Hello, what's up this afternoon, everyone? Welcome. Fine Tuesday? No, Monday. The days all blend together during the holiday season. Fine Monday to you all. Good to see ya. Now your mommy, the fumerous Sharkpog, Lustful Jeans, Ivanhoe Jr., Zelda Zach, of course. Good to see you, Sir Robert. It's a modern day, and not only is it a modern day, it is a fun modern day. We're playing, oh my goodness, I just love playing this card so much. We're playing some Carth. We've played a little bit of Carth at various points in the path. This is a Jund Carth deck where, oh my goodness, you just play Carth and you do crazy things with Planeswalkers. So I'm actually really excited for this because out of all the Modern Horizons 2 cards, I think Carth is my favorite one to cast. I love playing Carth decks. They're so fun. They just do such cool things. They're so fair, sort of, in mid-rangey, and then Carth just lets them go off. So I'm really hyped for this deck. It's going to be super fun. So how's everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone had a spectacular weekend. Hopefully everyone's gearing up for the holiday season, getting whatever, done with their school, work, whatever. Get some time off over the holiday season. So hopefully everyone is doing well. But yeah, that is the plan for today. It's a modern day. We're Carthing. Also, a little update for the future. So, this week things are normal. This week we got all of our normal streams, all of our normal stuff. Next week though, gonna be on a little bit of a holiday break. So there might be a special bonus stream. I still want to do a Storybook Brawl stream sometime, just because I enjoy playing Storybook Brawl and I've never streamed it. But no normal streams next week. That's gonna be the holiday break week. Let me see if I can get this deck updated. Thank you, Zach. So yeah, but this week is totally normal. There might be some Santa Seth on Thursday, the last stream before the holiday, but Vintage Cube, gonna do some Vintage Cubing, I think, this week. And we'll see, maybe some other fun events, but anyway, so that's the plan for today. We're playing some Modern. What is Storybook Brawl? Storybook Brawl is an auto battler some MTG players made that's played, I think, mostly by MTG players at this point, but it's actually pretty fun. If you ever played like Hearthstone Battlegrounds, I think of it as like an upgraded version of Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Apocalypse, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Santa Seth, what do you want for Christmas? All I want for Christmas is to ultimate a few Planeswalkers. Seriously though, I don't really need anything in specific for Christmas. What I would like is maybe Bear to stop chewing through so much stuff. That might be the best holiday wish. My plans for the holidays involve hiring some kids to kidnap Santa Claus and then using my town's monsters to help me take over Christmas next year. Nothing could go wrong. That sounds like a fun holiday. So anyway, everyone, let's do our reminders. Talk about this deck, start playing some Magic, and then we can talk about our holiday plans. We can talk about Alchemy. Alchemy, I don't know if we should talk about Alchemy anymore. There was a first big Alchemy tournament of ever, I think, Hooglandia Open over the weekend. Lots of dragons running around. Alchemy, I've never seen anything like Alchemy before, but we can talk about it as we go along. Replay YouTube, that's me invite all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube just had a sweet budget Magic going up, playing some Modern with Tauren's Fist of the Angels and a Kedra's Monument. The deck's actually really sweet. So if you haven't seen the budget Magic yet, definitely check that out at some point. A reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. And if you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. If you get a free sticker, let them know you want one. They'll hook you up. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Otherwise, merch page. I was going to say you could get some holiday gifts, but it's probably too late for that. But if you need a new playmat or some t-shirts or some tokens, you can get them all at mtggoldfishmerch.com. Donations always appreciated, never required. $2 or more gets your message read on stream. So what are we playing today? We are heading to Modern to play my favorite Modern Horizons 2 card, Carth the Lion. Carth the Lion, it's like the craziest Planeswalker creature. It digs for Planeswalkers. When it comes to the player, when a Planeswalker dies, more importantly, it adds a loyalty to every Planeswalker ability, and this does ridiculous things. Like, if every ability is +1 loyalty, you play a Liliana, you +1 it, it's actually a +2 that gets it up to 5 loyalty, and then the next turn, you -6, which is actually a -5 because it's +1 loyalty and ultimate, so you ultimate Liliana in one turn. You can pump up your Chandra super quickly. You can ultimate Nissa Vital Force in one turn. You can get to Chandra Heart of Fire's ultimate really quickly, not that that's super helpful because we don't get a bunch of red instants. You can keep soaring going forever, making tokens. It does all kinds of ridiculous stuff. So the plan of this deck is play Carth, play Planeswalkers, profit. The only thing I want to ask is, are there any Planeswalkers you want to add? Part of the beauty Part of the beauty of this deck is if you have a favorite Planeswalker, it will probably be at least somewhat good in the deck. So is there a Planeswalker in our colors that you really want to add to the deck? If the answer is yes, let me know what that Planeswalker is, and we will consider adding it before we jump into our league, because you can really make pretty much any Planeswalker work. I mean, probably not Tibalt, but otherwise, like outside of Tibalt, and maybe even Tibalt, let's see, what would Tibalt do? You play Tibalt, you +2, you discard your good card. You +2 to your, I still wouldn't do very much, but Awaken Inferno is a trap. Ooh, you think it's a trap? I like that it beats counters. Tibalt does seem like it could be pretty reasonable. Angrath. What does Angrath do in this deck? So Angrath, probably not the Planeswalker deck one. So 5 mana, its +1 becomes a +2, so it goes up to 6, makes each player discard. You can yoink creatures, and then you can have each opponent lose life equal to the number of cards in their graveyard. Angrath is sweet. I don't know if it actually fits super well with what we're trying to do. 2 turns up to ultimate is a little slow, but we could still add it. Decon, ooh. Yeah, the only problem with Decon, and we haven't played Decon like at all yet, but it's not in our color, so we'd have to splash an extra color, which might be a challenge. Obviously, Obnixilis is sweet. Tibalt, Velky Tibalt actually seems like he could be pretty good. I don't know. Maybe we should just play. Should we just play it and see what happens, and then update it as we go along if we need to? Although I don't know. This sometimes you play really long. What does this do? Oh, this isn't even in Modern. Sometimes this deck plays really long games. Anyway, all right, let's do some Vraska. Wait, we have Vraska, don't we? Liliana Death's Majesty. Where's Death's Majesty? Liliana Death's Majesty. I mean, it does Wrath pretty quickly. Wrathing doesn't seem bad in the deck. I could, all right, we can add one of those. Torch of Defiance. Torch of Defiance, exile top card of your library, so it pluses 2, and then you can ooh, wait. 4, 5, 6. It ultimates in 1 turn. All right. We can add that. I'm down with that. Liliana from War the Spark. The only problem with that is I don't know if I have one. And I don't know if I want to wait for us. Oh, I do. And it's even, oh my goodness, it's even the promo version. Okay, we're getting there. You know what? We can go down one of these Garrix, maybe. That might be wrong. Go down one of these Lilianas and run the 61 card special. Actually, maybe we keep this and we're playing just one of every sweet Planeswalker. All right, that's fine. Let's try it. Let's run it and see what happens. We have a new donation from Dan Wildfire. $2 donation. There's a promo in Japan for Kamigawa Neon Destiny. If you buy a box, you get a token with the art from the MTG manga Destroy All Humanity. It Can't Be Regenerated. The manga's about 2 kids getting into magic and falling in love back during combo winter. Really? I gotta say, I'm a little jealous of all the cool promos they get over in Japan. Like, it seems like every set there's some really cool promo that is exclusive to APAC in one way or another, and it makes me a little bit jealous that they get all the cool things. Add 1 more land and play 62 cards should work better. Well, too late. Too late, we're in a league. I mean, we don't want to draw too many lands. So what do you think? We haven't actually streamed since Neon Destiny spoilers came out. How are you feeling about Kamigawa? We got so much to talk about. We got Kamigawa, we have Alchemy, which I still don't know if we should talk about Alchemy. Alchemy, I feel like Alchemy, it's so funny. Almost every day, I will get an email or a message or a comment from someone saying, please stop playing Alchemy. And then I will also get a comment or from someone or a message from someone saying like, oh, I only watch your thing because it was Alchemy. I have never seen a more divisive format than Alchemy. It is kind of insane. Ooh. All right. Well, not the fastest hand, but we will put the less cool Sorin to the bottom. Yeah, we got a removal spell. We got some Planeswalkers. We need the Carth. We're missing the Carth. Just go Yarion at the 5-color Yarion Carth Super Friends. I mean, Carth is a good thing to blink. I feel like I want 20 of each full art basically. Oh, the Kamigawa lands are, if you haven't seen them, oh my god. They're amazing. These are some, maybe the best normal basics Wizards has ever made. Like, they are beautiful. I'm not even like an anime fan. I don't have any special connection to this style of art. And I think these are just like some of the best lands they've ever made. And they're normal. They're not like, oh, you got to buy $30 collector boosters to get them. Or you got to buy a secret lair drop. It's just like, buy a booster pack. And one out of every 3 you're going to get one of these. Like, they're going to show up pretty often. So that was, oh no. Oh no. Oh no, it's Mill. I don't know if we can beat Mill. Ranger Man, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you. Yes. Okay. Well, good game, good game. I mean, the only good news is our mana value is pretty high. So Tasha's hideous laughter is probably not going to beat us, but I'm definitely super scared of this matchup. Opponent, fetch, land, mills us. Sure. Chandra, and opponent's passing. Okay, well, we will untap. Ooh, Liliana. Liliana's a good card. Oh, we're gonna get milled so much. All right, yep. Well, fine. Bloodstained Mire, crack it. Here we go. Did I watch Metallica's 40th anniversary stream? I did not. I'm not a huge Metallica fan, actually. Like, Metallica, I'm not anti-Metallica, but they're not one of my favorite bands. Was it good? Yeah, 61 card. That might save us. If we win by 1 card. Nalakilla! How you doing today? Good to see you. All right, so we get milled again. Bloodstained Mire gets us a... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. We're not going to die to damage here. So land untapped, play a mountain, play Liliana, take it down, get rid of the crab problem, the infestation. Hey, what's up, Doug? How you doing? Are you ready for the holidays, Doug? All right, let's see. Did you get all your commander decks done? Dan Wildfire is, I don't know how many people are in your family, Doug, but for his holiday gifts, he's making everyone a commander deck, which is one of the cooler. I wish I had a family that all played Magic because that's such a cool thing to do as a gift. It's got like the personal aspect of like a homemade card, but then it's also like pretty practical. So it's a really sweet idea. I really like that idea. It's impossible for me to think about Metallica and not remember when they were censored on Twitch for their own copyright. Yeah, Metallica, they're kind of pretty insane about copyright, right? That's kind of one of their things. Weren't they one of the big like bands like suing Napster or whatever back in the day? Let's tick up Liliana. Discard Liliana. Opponent discards a counter spell while play a land untapped. Play... Oh, we're going to get countered here, aren't we? Well, play Vraska. See if we get countered. Opponent. Drown in the lock. Yeah, well, pass the turn. Oh, 32 cards in the deck. Not especially close to doing anything productive. Opponent passes. Where's our Carth? Oh, no. Potential strip mine, which would be bad. Opponent, Field of Ruins. Oh, I think we got a swamp. Left, hopefully. Okay, we do. Well, get the swamp. Opponent. 4 cards in hand. Shelldocks. But, okay. Oh, Shelldock punt. About it. Was that a flex? How did they draw 2 more? Oh my goodness. This might be an unwinnable matchup. Is it just impossible for us to beat Mill? I'm starting to think the answer, they discard fracture. Yeah, we're okay. Well, interesting. That wasn't even a punt. I think that was a flex. I think that was our opponent just being like, we got you by so much, we're going to do this as a troll. And it's, yeah, and we're dead. If I made magic decks for all my family members, I would waste 5 magic decks. Yeah, I don't really have anyone in my family that really plays magic. Like, I've taught some of my younger brothers how to play, but none of them play seriously. I've been trying to get, well, my little nephew plays to some extent. I've been trying to get my niece to play, who's just starting high school. I guess I have a magic club at it at her school, but I haven't been able to talk her into it yet. All right, opponent. Well, yeah, sure. Oh boy. Well, I don't even know if we have tech for this. Like, are we just... Yeah, that doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. Oh no. Well, Veil of Summer? Duress and Inquisition, maybe? Wow, this seems like a tough one. So I think our only realistic chance of winning this is just gonna be to ultimate a Planeswalker really fast. I think that's our only shot. Yeah, run it back. Mr. Peaches, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Hey Seth, glad I could catch the stream today. Hope you're having a great holiday season. So far for sure. Hey, I'm doing well, Temsy. How are you? Good to see you. I have a deck problem. Not all amazing, but I have up to 30 commander decks and I love them. That is impressive. I have like 4 paper commander decks. Yeah, Gaia's Blessing, Emrakul. Emrakul would do it. A 5-color Carth deck would be pretty sweet. 61 cards is not enough to save us against Mill, apparently. Okay, well, that's a Carth. We'll try it. We will keep. We will put a Thoughtseize to the bottom, and, well, we'll see. Opponent, I'm really worried about Archive Trap. Hey, what's up, Ranger Man? This is a Carth the Lion deck. Carth is like the most insane payoff for a Super Friends. Oh, please don't have the Archive Traps. It's like such an insane payoff for a Super Friends deck. Adding a loyalty to every Planeswalker activation is so insane. Thoughtseize you. Opponent. Counterspell, double crab, Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Okay. Well, we will take the counterspell and trust our Planeswalkers can save us past the turn. Do you play Commander on webcam? What are your physical decks? So I play a tiny bit in paper. I don't play that much in paper. I have a Barago deck. I have a Marchesa deck that someone actually sent me, which was super nice of them. Well, another Wrenn. Well, Wrenn does let us hit our land drops, I guess. Bloodstained Mire, crack it. Stomping Grounds, untapped. Wrenn. Get back a land. Well, I mean, we got the Carth. This could work. I'm not really worried about Tasha's Hideous Laughter because our mana value is so high, it shouldn't do much. The double crabs are a hassle. Crab number 2. Please no fetch land. All right. Yield of Gwyn. It is Grixis Marchesa, like a kind of a counter shenanigan deck. Opponent mills us a bunch. Soul Guide, Lantern. Okay, so opponent's down to 2 cards in hand. One is Hideous Laughter. We can kill a crab. Opponent passes. Well, Wrenn. Get back Blood Crypt. See what our opponent does. Lets it go. Well, Blood Crypt untapped. Liliana you. Get rid of a crab. And then I have so wait, what other decks do I have? Oh, a Chulane deck that I've mostly, I don't even play anymore. Chulane's a little bit too busted, but I do have a Chulane deck that I built. And I can't remember. Maybe that's all I have. Maybe it's only 3. Oh, I had an Oath. No. They hit 15 cards against our deck with the highest average mana value. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. That's unfortunate. So, well, Vern Catacombs, crack it. Wow, that's not good for us. Please have a land. How did they exile 15 with a Hideous Laughter? Oh yeah, I want to see your luck deck. Oh, you have a Carrick deck. So what's your favorite paper commander deck? You only get to take one commander deck with you to a desert island. What is the one that you take? Well, we will keep, I guess, taking dual lands. Overgrown, Tomb Untapped. Carth time. Carth finds us what? Nissa doesn't seem good. We'll take Chandra. Take up Liliana, discard. Get rid of our opponent's last cards. Okay, there's hope. There's hope. There's hope. Up to 3 loyalty, because we got Carth now. We will discard the red and 7. We will get back a land. Opponent. All right, let's it go. Well, pass the turn. Carth versus the mill. Carth versus the mill. Ooh, Gorman Virtus. I played a Gorman Virtus deck once, and it was actually really fun. Oh, no. Okay. Another Hideous Laughter. This is going to be close. Opponent passes. Another Liliana. Oh. So what does ultimating this do? Anything? No. Okay. So do we have any good Planeswalkers left in our deck? Not really. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Chandra. Actually, okay. Okay, let's think about this. Ren. No. Okay, hang on. We gotta do this turn right. Rusty Shackleford for the 3rd month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Hidden Commander Lightning Angel. Lightning Angel is a really sweet card. Oh, Golos is so busted. It's so busted. Yeah, we don't have a Veil in the graveyard though. It's in exile. Otherwise, it would be sweet. That actually would be pretty reasonable. So we probably got to kill the crab. Yeah, all right. So tick down, kill the crab. Verdant Catacombs. Crack Verdant Catacombs. See if we got a land left. We do. All right, what's left in our deck? Nissa. Karn would be sweet. Karn would be really sweet. Well, Stomping Grounds. Untapped. Play Chandra. Tick it up for mana because we don't want to exile a card. Cycle Tranquil Thicket. Riskily. Oh, Karn. Okay. Get back to Tranquil Thicket. Oh my goodness, we got a shot. Pass the turn. Please don't draw a mill spell. Come on. Hold. Hit you with the cards. Pona has a lot of cards that don't do much here. And we have big things coming. Hit you. We can ultimate the Chandra. We can Karn. We have so many possibilities. Opponent goes to 14. They untap. What do they draw? We are dead to a single mill spell. Elf, welcome to the Fishbowl for the 18th month redraws. Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. We got him. We got him with the Carth. Chipped in for 3. Okay, opponent. What did you find? This is so close. First time catching you on stream. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hey, Sliders. I hope you have a wonderful day too. So what's everyone doing for the holidays? Are y'all traveling? Do you get time off school and work? I mean, I know everyone gets off school, but stream mode achieved. opponent thinking? I mean, you can kind of see what our deck's going to do. This is just such a weird matchup. Variant. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup jam for you. Thank you. Driving down to Florida. Ooh. Is that a long drive for you, Elf? Moving into my in-laws. How you feeling about that, McGregor? Is that a good thing? I have seasonal work, so I'm chilling into the new semester. How long do you get? Like, end of January, middle of January? Apple, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. Okay, so, this is kind of funny, but I think we emblem rat. Thought seize our opponent. Discard a fetch land. Opponent counters. Okay. Yeah, maybe we should ultimate the Chandra first. I was thinking we wanted to use Chandra to cast the Karn after getting our opponent empty-handed. I think we're going... We do have one more land, right? We had one more land. We have a basic, I think. Oh no, we gotta look at the deck list. I don't want to punt this now. We gotta make sure. We have 2 forests. One of them is milled. Okay, so we have one more forest. Okay, so what we get to do, we get to take up Liliana, get rid of our opponent's last card, discard the Tranquil Thicket, Wooded Foothills, crack Wooded Foothills, get our forest, take up Chandra for mana one more time, Karn, eat the land. This cuts out some of our opponent's outs. And then next turn we can get him with the Chandra ultimate, hopefully. Hit you down to 11. So now our opponent cannot draw a 3-mana mill spell to kill us. Opponent, down to 11. Untaps. And... yeah, we can't Thought Seize enough for lethal because our life total is so low. Opponent. Passing. Karn. Get rid of that island. Yes. Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Mills us to 2. Okay. Ultimate Chandra. Red. Get back a land. I think this works. Thought Seize from the graveyard. Down to 1. Discarding the land. Chandra you. Oh yes. What a win. So close to flawless. Get the crab. And then play Nissa. Chandra you. And Carth gets it. Wow, I can't believe we beat Mill. I cannot believe we beat Mill. This seems like such an impossible matchup, but if you play enough Planeswalkers, anything can happen. I love my in-laws, so I'm fine about that. The deal is that we bought a house, but won't be able to move in until January 6th. Didn't want to pay a full month's rent in January. I see, so kind of a temporary situation. Well, it's nice you got a place to stay for a bit. All right, we got there. I mean, this deck does some pretty spicy things. Oh my, I'm still so worried about this matchup, though. Oh, Mill. So do you think you should play a sideboard card for Mill? That's the thing about Mill, is you can play a single sideboard card like an Emrakul, and it just like hugely improves the matchup. Like it can win all by itself essentially. Yeah, that's the question. The problem is it costs a sideboard slot. So the question is like, is Mill heavily enough played for you to give up one of your 15 sideboard slots for a card that becomes very close to guaranteeing you win the matchup? It doesn't literally guarantee they can extract it or whatever. There's some ways around it, but in general, it makes it very, very likely that you win the matchup. Maybe. I mean, it is kind of top tier-ish in the meta, like solid second tier, I would say. So maybe it's enough. At the same time, it's 1.6%. Is it worth giving up a sideboard card that would be good in multiple matchups for a sideboard card that's only good in this one matchup that's 1.6% of the meta? That is the question. That is the question. Yeah, Ashiok, it could be a good sideboard card. I do like, when you can Ashiok every turn, it's actually pretty powerful. And we can play it pretty quickly off Utopia Sprawl. Well, I mean, see if we can do that again somehow. Wait, restart the game? Wait, why are we restarting the game, Stoneblade? What did I miss? Ooh, Nexus of Fate. Yeah, Nexus of Fate is good against Mill too. Ooh. 2 Thoughtseize, 2 Fatal Pushes, 1 land. Oh, I'm really tempted to keep this. Really tempted to keep this. 1 land, 1 keep. Oh, restart the game. I gotcha. I thought you meant restart. I was like, we're not doing that bad. We don't gotta restart the whole league. Oh, I kind of think it's worth it. I'm leaning towards it being worth it. I mean, Fatal Pushes and Thoughtseizes we're gonna keep it. We're on the draw. We do need to hit a land, but Fatal Push and Thoughtseize are really good against our opponent's deck. Those are 2 of our best cards. So I think we got to keep it. And trust in the magic 5-drop Planeswalker that we added at the last minute. Maybe unwise. Wooded Foothills, Overgrown Tomb, untapped. Thoughtseize number 1, Old Border. Okay. 2 Visions of Beyond. Drown in the Lock. It's a pretty good hand. And the Fatal Pushes are looking a smidge less good at the moment. I'll take Fractured Sanity. Pass the turn. If there's any match you need to keep a risky hand, it's this one. Yeah, I mean, I think that's true. I feel like this matchup is so bad, we got to take the high risk line here. I mean, if we just curve out and hit our land drops, this hand might beat Mill. Opponent thinking. I mean, plus Liliana's... Oh, okay. So opponent draws a crab, which we can kill. They have a fetch land. If they can get to the point of turning on the Visions of Beyond, that's pretty bad. Mills, many lands that we wanted. Mills. Several... Oh, no. Oh, we hit the land anyway. Okay. That's good. We get to Fatal Push the crab. Get it out of here. And we drew the land, which is big. Crab down. Verdant Catacombs. Crack Verdant Endurance would also help this matchup a ton. Crack it. Blood Crypt. Untapped. Thoughtseize you again. Take a... Ooh. Drown in the Lock past the turn. Come on, land. Come on, land. Come on, land. Am I excited for Bears First Christmas? I definitely am. All right, so opponent cycles one of the visions. Opponent hits the land, cracks the land. And... the hideous laugh for 13 cards. But we do hit the land. Okay. Okay. Wooded Foothills. Crack it. Running out of lands. Get the Overgrown Tomb untapped down to 7 somehow. Liliana the Veil. Take it up. Make a discard. Get rid of probably Liliana Dust Majesty. Opponent, 1 card in hand. Only 1. A little bit scared of this Shelldock Isle, but still, opponent discards 8 Field of Ruin. Holding on to the last redraw and Visions of Beyond. Hey, what's up, Great Destroyer? Good to see ya. Hee me ha 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 hee hoo. That is the most hideous laugh. Yeah, it feels good to play some Modern. I know everyone's been sharing their opinions on Alchemy. I can't promise that we'll never play Alchemy because I kind of enjoy playing Alchemy. So I can't promise like we will never play Alchemy ever. I will say Modern's still my favorite format. So I'm definitely planning on still playing much Modern. I'll take up. Opponent. Okay, Cycles of Vision. So not the draw 3, which is nice. We discard the Sorin. Oh, land for Sorin would be good. The only problem is we don't really have a clock. I guess our clock is Liliana Ultimate. That's the closest thing we have to a clock. Discard Sorin. Opponent discards. Archive Trap. We pass the turn. Oh, opponent. 1 card in hand. Untaps. Another Shelldock Isle. Whew. Well, once those turn on, that's pretty scary. We don't actually have an answer to those. Opponent. They're 1 mill card away. Luris. Okay. Opponent passes. Luris just as discard fodder is pretty good for our opponent. Oh, tick up. Discard the Fatal Push. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What is our plan to get out of this? Have you considered vintage content? Since it's somewhat recently placed on Moto, even the Vintage Cube would be fun to watch. We do play Vintage Cube on occasion. We've done a tiny bit of vintage content in the past. Yeah, not having lands is a concern. I think we just got to play the Liliana. As bad as it feels, I think we got to discard the Fatal Push. They discard a counter spell. Yeah, we gotta start over. Liliana. Keep the new one. Make you discard the Luris. We lose our other Sorin. We're pinched so low on lands that we can't even draw most of our Planeswalkers if we cast them. Hey Seth, with all the new Sorins, do you think you could build a Sorin tribal deck and go 5-0 again? Ooh, we are about due for a Sorin tribal update, aren't we? I don't know about going 5-0 again. I'll give it my best shot. Catacombs. To even have a land in our deck. Take up Liliana. Crack it. Okay, 4 lands. That's better than 3 past the turn. Opponent's like a top deck away. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, opponent. The top deck war has been won because that turns on the Shelldock Isles, and that means we're dead. Oh, we needed to have long enough to ultimate the Liliana to get rid of the Shelldock Isles. Oh no. Oh, mill. Opponent. Rewind Crab. Still feel like our opponent's trolling and they're like 100% to win and they're just trolling us here. Opponent. Soul Guide Lantern. Exiles a card. I've been wondering, have you done any statistics on Alchemy content as far as viewership and interaction? Well, interaction is good because everyone comments to yell at you for playing Alchemy. So in some sense, the interaction's good. View-wise, okay, opponent mills us to 7. Carth. Well, play Carth. Opponent's hiding away a counter spell by the looks. Wow. Okay. How can we possibly win? Can we possibly? Are we just literally dead? Probably. We got 6 cards. Yeah, but ultimating Liliana doesn't really win us the game without Carth out. We have a new donation from Chuck the Yak, $10 donation. On Friday, I had my first date after being single for 2.5 years. He stood me up. I guess this means alchemy is more compelling than anyone planned. Oh, Chuck, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for the donation. That's disappointing. I'm sorry that happened to you. It's never any fun to get stood up on a date. Well, Chuck, the next one I think will go better. Okay, that does it. Wow. Well, we fought the good fight in a that matchup is just so ridiculous for our deck. We want to play against other decks that are playing Magic, that are trying to like interact and play things. That's where Carth does really well. Mill does not do any of those things. not at all. So alchemy, my impression of alchemy so far has been, I mean, we can -2 to kill the crab there, but then we don't really have a pathway to winning with 6 cards in our deck. Like, we kill the crab, we don't have a Liliana that can ultimate, we only have 4 lands, so we can't even cast, like, I think we're just 0%. Once the Carth got countered, I think we literally are 0%. So far the experience with alchemy has been, interaction is fine, because everyone yells about alchemy. As far as views for this stream, I think views have been decent, like about what it would be for another format. YouTube, the views have not been as good. That kind of follows the trajectory of what I've mentioned for a long time. Like, in general, Moto formats do well on YouTube and not as well on stream, and arena formats tend to do well on stream, not as good on YouTube. So it hasn't been like some smashing success or anything. There's been a lot of opinions and yelling in both directions. So yeah, but it also hasn't been like no one watched. So it's not like zero views or something like over the top. I don't know. Alchemy doesn't feel like Magic to me. It's definitely not traditional Magic, that's for sure. Chuck the Yak, welcome to the fishbowl. For the 29th month, Brutal, I've been what part of the country you're from? In New Mexico, everyone runs so late, so you can't tell if you're stood up until an hour after your plans start. Really? Is that a New Mexico thing? New Mexicans don't do things on time? Interesting. Well, okay. I guess this will keep. We got no Planeswalkers, but we got some ramp that could get us to the Planeswalkers if we live long enough to do it. Would you call your broken alchemy bat deck Cocoa Captain Crunch? That is a pretty good name for it. If there was ever a deck for the Captain Crunch name, it's probably that one. Although it's probably gonna be banned or nerfed. It's a Spanish thing. I think that's true. I had some friends that were from Nicaragua, and they would always say that they ran on Nicaraguan time, which would often mean showing up some random amount of time after they were supposed to be someplace. It's gotta be a cultural thing, right? I would assume. Well, I guess we go black. The Thoughtseas would have been nice, but past the turn, opponent, Blood Crypt, and Spain gets naps every day? Oh, come on now. Oh, you better not steal a Planeswalker, I swear. Ragavan gets rid of a land that we didn't want, that's fine. Opponent picks up the Ragavan. We draw even more lands. Well, what did Foothills pass the turn? All right, no lands, more Planeswalkers. Please, please, please. We did not win against Bill. we fought the good fight, but boy, that is a really bad matchup. Opponent cracks a bobble. In Brazil, it's considered fancy and rich people stuff to get to places late. I didn't know that. All right, opponent bobbles. Ragavan. Well, we're going to kill the monkey. We can't just keep taking monkey hits forever, so kill the Ragavan. Crack the Wooded Foothills. Thin the deck. Blood Crypt tapped. All right, Planeswalkers, please. Or Carth. Either one. Either one. Opponent gets to draw a card. Okay, that is a Planeswalker. It's not a Planeswalker for this turn, but a future Planeswalker. Our spicy tag about it. Oh, so they're they probably have counters too. My aunt used to make her whole family late, like 2 hours for every family gathering, even if we lied and told her it started 2 hours before it did. Opponent, more Ragavans. Okay. Never-ending monkey dashes. Opponent gets in and hits us. Down to 15. Steals a Planeswalker that we really wanted to draw. Makes mana to leave up a counter spell for the Planeswalker we did draw. Oh no! About it. Stupid monkey. Expressive iteration. This is just like the most 2021 of decks. It's like if you just jam all the broken cards from 2021 together, you end up with something roughly like this. About it. Bobbles again. I mean, I guess there's a little 2019 brokenness too. It can't be all 2020 brokenness. There's a little 2019 brokenness in the companions. All right. Well, we might resolve a Planeswalker. Maybe. Opponent draws a card. We draw a Chandra. Well, we will Wooded Foothills, crack Wooded Foothills. Get a forest. And, well, only out of time. Please no spell pierces or force of negations. Lily, okay. Well, you know what can stop a Ragavan? Oh, we milled 2 Planeswalkers. A zombie token, maybe. That is the hope. Planeswalker 1 achieved. Can we talk about the fact that promo expressive iteration is $35 as of this morning? The card's busted. Like, it is so insane. It's really insane. Probably gonna get nerfed. Alchemy nerfed. Opponent spends the treasure, kills our thing. Dashes a monkey, hits us. I feel like we've seen this before. I feel like we've seen this exact line before. Dashes a Ragavan, goes to combat. Hits our face, down to 12. Gets a treasure. Wow. Oh my goodness. I think Thoughtseize is the only card in our deck that our opponent could actually get value out of with the Ragavan here. That's unfortunate. Okay. Steals a Thoughtseize. Oh, boy. Yeah, the monkeys. It's ridiculous. Opponent. Did you see the stuff on Modern Prices? There's a Reddit post today where someone was basically saying, Modern isn't as expensive as people are saying. I don't know why everyone keeps saying Modern's expensive. Karn is a lot cheaper than it used to be, or Tarmogoyf went down in price. So I actually went and, Jesus. Like, what are we supposed to do? They steal our Thoughtseize to take our Planeswalker. They hit an Unholy Heat to deal with our other Planeswalker. They draw an extra card because they've drawn every Bobble in their deck. We draw a Utopia Sprawl, and yeah, that's... I guess that's how it goes. Oh, the good old monkey snowball. All right, pass the turn. Enjoy our card's opponent. But look at this Modern price increase. Last year, the average price of the top 12 decks in the format, $687. This year, $1190. Like, that's not that far away from doubling. Our opponents dash to Ragavan every turn of this game, and they are going to win because of it, which is kind of absurd. 5 cards in hand. We have 0 cards in hand. Even though we're the value-heavy Planeswalker deck. Enjoy our Liliana opponent. But yeah, Modern prices, I mean, the biggest thing Wizards needs to deal with, as far as Modern is concerned next year, is the prices of the format. This is the most brutal I've seen Ragavan be maybe ever. All right, I'm done with this one. We are officially done with that one. Like, should that be a thing that should exist? Like, should this play pattern actually be a thing? Like, all our opponent did that entire game was dash Ragavan. Every single turn of that game, that's all they did, again and again and again, and they were rewarded with a win just for doing that and playing our cards that they stole off of it. Wow. All right, bring in a little bit more discard running like that. 2020 is an outlier, plus 2021 has Yarion prices inflating things. I mean, I don't think that's 100% true. So, yes, it is true that Yarion decks are expensive and probably contribute to... Well, we got multiple answers to the monkey. This hopefully will go a little bit different. We'll see. Although, of course, there's Allures to get it back and keep it. All right. So, monkeys for days. We will take a... I mean, I guess our opponent does have to top deck a land. They did keep a 1-lander. If they don't top deck a land, they're going to be in trouble. So the thing is, it is true that Yarion piles are expensive, and those are a relatively new addition to the format. At the same time, if you go back to like 2015 or 2016, you could argue the same thing. Like, oh, both Abzan and Jund with $200 a piece Tarmogoyfs, playsets of those, were both top 12 decks, and they were like $1,600 a piece. So those two decks like really inflated, 2015 or 2016. If you knock out the, those decks that are both kind of similar but technically show up as different decks, like if you knock those out of there, that would drop the average. So I feel like in the end, it kind of like evens itself out. Like, sure, Yarion is a weird quirk of 2021 that's pretty expensive, but then you have weird quirks of 2019 or 2016 or whatever. So I think in the end it ends up more or less playing out the same, I would say. Wizards is power spiking the game to sell us broken cards. They need to if they really want to sell us broken cards, they should get rid of the reserve list. Sell us some real broken cards. Wow, opponent's top deck. Consider. Well, when you need a land, that is what you're looking for. Opponent hits the land. Dashes the monkey. Well, that's unfortunate. Wow. Well, opponent got the 1-land, 1-keep. The 1-land, 1-keep payoff here. We draw. Oh. And a bobble off the top. Opponent cracks it, takes a peek, draws a card. Wooded Foothills, go. Oh, but now they can probably start leaving up counters. Ugh. Well, we got through 2 monkeys. Unfortunate that our opponent managed to hit their land drops. And we were kind of hoping that wouldn't happen, but... Part of the problem is also the game is not only so expensive, but it's also highly, continually expensive because Modern is such a high percentage of new cards. Yes, that is another really good point. You could argue a few years ago, like let's go back to like whatever 2016 Modern, 2015 Modern. It's not cheap. $1,000 almost, $900 to $1,000 for one of the top tier decks. That's a lot of money for a game, especially if you look at it from the, like, well, what if I was buying, PlayStations or something? It looks pretty bad. It looks pretty bad compared to a lot of other hobbies. At the same time, you could kind of justify it because you'd be like, well, I mean, I'm going to buy, 2015 Abzan or 2015 Jund or 2015 Affinity or whatever, Splinter Twin, like choose one of those decks. Sure, it's going to cost a ton, but I'm going to be able to play that deck with minor upgrades, like changing my sideboard or whatever, for the next 5 years. So compared to spending $250 every season on a standard deck over the next 5 years. I'll just buy $1,000 modern deck, play that for the next 5 years, and it actually ends up being cheaper. Like, I save money by buying this expensive modern deck, but that doesn't really happen anymore because now you got Modern Horizons, you got all these shakeups where the meta just shifts every year or two. So that's kind of out the window. And I actually, speaking of modern prices, this week's Against the Odds is kind of an interesting concept. Kind of an interesting concept deck that has a little bit to do with it, but yeah, I don't think that holds true anymore. I don't think it's true any longer that let's get a Blood Crypt. I don't think it's true any longer that that you can just buy a modern deck and expect it to be good for a long period of time. I think that has changed. In some ways, that's good. I think maybe modern changed too little in the past. At the same time, it might change. It might change too much now. Ooh, that's a good one. Yes, we would like an Inquisition and Kozilek. Okay, pass the turn. All right, monkeys. How you feeling with your monkey in the graveyard? Life is a little tougher when you're not snowballing a monkey. Yeah, this week's Against Odds is a good one. It's interesting. So it's not there was no poll last week. So rather than brewing around a card people voted on, it kind of connects to this modern price talk and the modern format and some of the other stuff we've been talking about. But I think the concept is pretty interesting. So all right, opponent's just gonna try to draw a bunch of cards. Sure. Well, we got a Sorin though. Mr. Minibags. Alone it, Blood Crypt untapped. And what? Unholy Heat. Jeez, okay. Opponent passes. I'll play the land. Untapped. Inquisition you. Lightning Bolt, double Kolaghan's Command, drowned in the lock. I'll take Drown in the Lock. Play Vraska. Tick it up. We could really use a Carth. Not having a Carth is making this so much tougher. All right, well, tick up Vraska. No sacrifice yet. If we can get Lolth and Vraska going, that would be a pretty sweet setup. Opponent. No threats in hand. They do have a bunch of burn. But we got the Planeswalker. It is not MH2 only. I will give you a hint. It may involve Siege Rhino, but in a very different way than we've ever played Siege Rhino before. Not only MH2 cards. I don't think that would be Against the Odds. I think that would just be modern. that would be the Rakdos deck that won the last SCG event or whatever. I mean, other than the mana, opponent. Kolaghan's Command. Gets back Ragavan, makes us discard. Okay, land. Back to the Monkey Dash. Opponent. It's Vraska. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play Lolth. Make spiders. Vraska. Sack a spider. Draw a Thoughtseize. Bloodstained Mire Kraget. Thoughtseize is actually pretty good. Get a Swamp. Thoughtseize you. Well, take Kolaghan's Command. Pass the turn down to 12. We got a shot. Reanimator, but only creature in the deck is Rhino. Oh, that is a good guess. No. It's a concept. It's a concept episode. Something that I wanted to test out. Something that I wanted to test that will make sense when you see it, I think, hopefully. Well, so opponent, well, let's play Utopia Sprawl. On whatever. Sack Utopia Sprawl. Play Ren. Take it up for a land. Okay. Play the land. Pass the turn. No attacks because there's a monkey potentially. Opponent. Dress down to draw a card. Draws. Consider. Oh, we really need to win this. It's literal Rhino. Literal Rhino. I don't think anyone's guessed it yet. Why don't you play on MTG Arena? We do play on Arena when we want to play Standard or Alchemy or Historic. Today we're playing Modern because I really love Modern. So it's a Modern day, which means we kind of just have to play on. On Magic Online. Because they haven't added it to Arena yet. I wish they would. Opponent hits Expressive Iteration, draws a bunch more cards. Like, the amount of velocity that these decks have is kind of insane. Like, they just draw so many cards. Well, crack the Bloodstained Mire, thin the deck down to 12. We are kind of fetching ourselves to death here. Opponent passes. Well, Ren. Get back a land. Play the land. Sack it to Vraska. Abrupt Decay. All right, pass the turn. I mean, we're a turn away from ultimating the Vraska if we want to. Still no attacks. There could be a monkey. Opponent needs to find a way to deal with the Vraska. The emblem is good. Opponent. Snapcaster. Oh. All right, that's a good one. Snapcaster Mage for Unholy Heat's a messed up card. Hey, what's up, Sean of the Dax? How are you? Unholy Heat. I'm still surprised they printed this card, honestly. I really am. I'm surprised they printed a red... a 1-mana red Hero's Downfall is just insane. Opponent gets a tap land. Everyone is guessing... just let it be and watch ATO when it comes out, because this constant guessing is getting weird. Ooh, all right, there's a monkey. Opponent goes to combat. Attacks Vraska. Attacks Vraska. Well, we are going to block the Snapcaster. Abrupt Decay the monkey. We overcame the pile of MH2. Hey, what's up, G Fuel Code? How are you? Good to see you. Hey, Seth, thanks. You think of Modern in... Wait. Hi, Seth. You think of Modern in Arena. Can you imagine the number of errors that we would have to endure to load the game? Oh, did you see this? Oh boy, I mentioned this on Twitter. I know it's alchemy. I know. This makes me wonder. This is something we've talked about before, and I'm curious, and I don't want to come across too snarky here. How long do you think? Hey, what's up, Forrest? Hello from the U.S. Hello, Brazilian fans. How long do you think they've been working on alchemy? Do you think that they just made this in like a week? I kind of wonder, because it seems like the arena design team is not the same as the paper design team. So like Mark Rosewater and Gavin, all those people, like it seems like it's two different groups. I kind of wonder if they just kind of like made this in like a week or something. They're just like, we got this leftover Innistrad art. But what made me think about it is this Rahilda pun. Rahilda, do you know what's missing? It's missing the color indicator. If you look at any flip card, let's see, Arlen. Arlen would be an example. If you look at any flip card, The front side's normal. The back side, there's this little circle with colors in it. That shows you what color the card is, because there's no mana cost to determine the color. Rahilda is missing that. There is no color indicator, which means Rahilda is colorless. It is actually a colorless card. I can't imagine that was intentional, but that is like that's a pretty big punt when it comes to making a Magic card. Like, that's something that's on literally every flip card that is not a land, but every flip card that has been printed in the history of the game. Are there any other digital only flip cards? There are not. I'm pretty sure there's not. I'm pretty sure Rahilda is the only one. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's an accident, but it does make you worry a little bit about how well all the designs were thought to. Apparently Jadar, I heard today, and I haven't tested it myself, I heard Jadar is actually way better than it's supposed to be now. So originally Jadar is, ooh, finally a Carth. We haven't had many Carths. So the story of Jadar on Magic Arena, so many fun bugs. So Jadar says, at the beginning or end step, if you have no decay creatures, you make a 2/2 zombie, is stop making the zombie, which everyone thought it was just bugged and not working. But then someone realized, instead of doing what it's supposed to do, which is make a zombie if you have no decayed creatures, what it actually does is makes a zombie for each decay creature you control. So if you can play a decay creature or make one in another way and then play Jadar, it's actually kind of insane because it keeps snowballing. Every turn you get a zombie, and that'll be an extra zombie to be an extra decay creature to make an extra zombie. So even though most of the time it seems like it does nothing, but actually if you get a decay creature in some other way, it's way more powerful than it's actually intended to be. So by itself it does nothing, but in a decay deck it's actually like super powered. And the person, this is one of the funny things about all these digital only cards, is the people that asked, the person that pointed it out to me, they were like, do you think this is a test for alchemy? Like, do you think they're thinking about buffing Jadar because it's not strong enough, and they like just did the buff early to see what would happen and test it out? I was like, I mean, I probably not, but who knows? Honestly, like, who knows these days? Who knows? Oh my goodness. Oh, this is a tricky hand. Oh. So, okay, I don't know what we take with this Thoughtseize. On one hand, Counterspell's the best card against our deck, and our opponent has good art of it too. But on the other hand, they have no action. In the worst case scenario is our opponent considers into a Ragavan and dashes it, and we just got no way to deal with it. So I kind of almost feel like we got to take the consider and try to play through the Counterspell. Just because I'm so worried about getting Ragavan snowballed. Like, we're not stopping the Ragavan for like 20 turns if they find it. Oh. Yeah, how did they mess it up? I have no idea. Who knows these days? Counterspell. I'm really worried about the Ragavan. I think y'all will take the Counterspell, but you might be underestimating the power of the Monkey Snowball. Opponent considers to the top land untapped. You can't get away from it. Oh, wow. Well, so now this happens for a lot of turns, and I think just wins our opponent the game. Oh my goodness, that's so brutal. Oh, I mean, it was the top card, so the consider didn't actually matter either way. Opponent hits us, steals a Garruk. But yeah, this is when Ragavan feels unbeatable. We got our removal like right now, Carth. Very good card for several turns from now. Like, even if it doesn't steal something our opponent can cast, the treasures are huge. Like, this is just bad in so many ways. I mean, honestly, like, taking the consider wouldn't have mattered, because the monkey was the top card of their deck. So they would have taken it, they would have drawn it and done that either way. Hey, look at that. Ragavan dashes it. Hits us. Makes a treasure. Steals a land. Well, okay, crack the catacombs. Would be really nice to draw a removal spell that we could play now-ish. Tap land. About it. Alright, that is a removal spell. We'll see if it works, but... so that's like part of the problem with the monkey is like, okay, we drew a removal spell, that's great. However... our opponent has so much extra mana that they can probably, it's like Goldspan Dragon in Standard. They have so much mana from the treasures that they can likely defend the monkey now. Which, yeah, that makes it tough. It's a tough card to beat. Opponent, Ragavan, dashed. Combat, well, we will try to Fatal Push. Opponent, okay. Oh, we killed the monkey. We killed a monkey. About it. I mean, I think that Ragavan is I think that the biggest problem with Magic design right now, or one of them, is snowball threats. I feel like that is, and Ragavan is not the only one, but it is one that's on the list. I feel, hey, what's up, Magic Card? How are you? Wait, there's a big earthquake? Ooh. But I kind of feel like, yeah, they do get to Kolaghan's command it back. I do feel that snowball threats are one of the worst things about current Magic design. And Ragavan falls under the heading. Well, all right. Find us something good, Carth. Ooh, okay. I mean, probably Renin 6, I guess. We do have the Tranquil Thicket. So opponent's gonna make us discard, I assume. Like, Chandra we can't cast. Nissa Vital Force is good. It ultimates right away. Renin 6 can also snipe the monkey. All right, let's take Ren. Take the Ren, pass the turn. Carth is a good blocker, too. Like, now our opponent needs Unholy Heat. And they need to be able to kill the monkey, or else at least Carth is going to be able to block. Opponent gets to draw an extra card. They do not get back the monkey yet. They got a bunch of treasures, but does that do anything for them? About it. And more Planeswalkers are coming. Oh my god, expressive iteration. Okay, so what are snowball threats? Okay, so examples of what I would consider snowball threats are cheap creatures that win the game on their own if unchecked, often through some sort of card advantage. So one example of this would be like Werewolf Pack Leader with its card draw ability every turn. Like, you can play it and protect it, and it can just snowball its card advantage into a win. Robber of the Rich would be another one. Robber of the Rich, a little bit swingy, but can come down, especially if you're on the play, snowball into a win. Ragavan can steal cards and snowball into win, as opposed to, here's a way to think of it. Let's say your opponent plays a threat. Let's go with like Tarmogoyf versus hang on. Let's go Tarmogoyf versus, actually, Ragavan, that's fine. So your opponent plays a Tarmogoyf. They attack you with it for 3 or 4 turns. You draw a Doomblade and kill it. You can probably still win the game. That's opposed to something like Ragavan, or maybe it's better to go with Werewolf Pack Leader as the green 3-drop. Let's say your opponent plays a Werewolf Pack Leader. They attack you with it for 4 turns, and then you draw the Doomblade to kill it. You've probably already lost. Your opponent's drawn 4 extra cards. They're incredibly far ahead. So even if you find a way to deal with it eventually before you die, it doesn't really matter. It already snowballed so much value that it's going to be really unlikely that you can win the game. So I kind of want more Tarmogoyfs and less Werewolf Pack Leaders, essentially. And for me, Ragavan, I don't think Ragavan is like the end of the world, but I think that what do we do here? We can only play one card this turn. Opponent has 4 cards in hand. So Dark Confidant's a little bit different because Dark Confidant, at least it has a drawback. Like Dark Confidant is not attacking every turn necessarily, and at least it's costing you life. There's actually a drawback to it compared to just being like pure upside. Yeah, the damages that you take is actually relevant. I mean, Sorin would be great if it resolves. I'm a little worried about counters. You know, play Sorin. About it. Has the counter off the Monkey Manas. Well, play Bloodstained Mire, and well, we gotta pass the turn. We can't afford to get hit by the monkey. About it. I mean, we do win the long game, in theory. Opponent plays a land. Passes. Well, Bloodstained Mire, crack it, thin the deck. What a long and grindy game. Stomping Grounds tapped. Untap. Whew. Whew. Renin 7. About it. Do you have more counters? Maybe not. Cycle Tranquil Thicket. Draw a card. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Get back the Tranquil Thicket. Okay. Things are looking up. Inquisition you. See what you got going on over there. Cast that Golgan's Command if you wanna. Ren up to 6. We're close to ultimating the Ren. Okay, things are looking up. Things are looking up. But yeah, that's... Hey, what's up, Bossy Dave? How are you? Happy holidays. Ooh. Double Kolaghan's Command and Snapcaster Mage. Now we'll take the... I guess the Snapcaster. This is a kind of awkward position past the turn. So if we attack, like our opponent's at 12, that's 4 Carth attacks. They Kolaghan's Command, get back Ragavan. They Kolaghan's Command, get back Snapcaster. They Ragavan with Dash. They Snapcaster the Carth. Yeah, this deck is super fun. Wait, so what happens if they hit us to 7, 6, 5, 4, 3? Oh, what state are you in, Magikarp, or area? Wow, that's crazy. Oh, hey, I'm doing well, Toxic Official. How are you? One of the upsides about living in upstate New York is you don't have to deal with earthquakes. You gotta deal with blizzards, but not earthquakes. Hazaret Perverter of Truth is hilarious. The text on the Amika Invocations is just so hard to read. Northern California. Yeah, it's like Earthquake Central, right? Do you just get used to it? If you live in California, are earthquakes just not a big deal eventually? All right, we're gonna make our opponent. I think we gotta make our opponent do it. We gotta make him do everything to kill the Carth. So they need to. So in Kolaghan's Command, make us discard, get back Ragavan. Kolaghan's Command, make us discard, get back Snapcaster, dash Ragavan, Snapcaster, drown in the lock to kill the Carth. And then they have whatever's in their hand for the turn. Okay, Kolaghan's Command, get back Snapcaster. We will discard Carth. Yeah, discard the Carth. Opponent. I mean, this has been a really close game, at least. Like, this has been a close match. This monkey mana is huge. Like, even without stealing relevant cards, just extra mana for Ragavan is so relevant. It's allowed our opponent to do a lot of stuff that they otherwise would not have been able to do. Like, for example, here, they have the mana to Kolaghan's Command, Snapcaster, and Drown in the Loch all in the same turn because they have these extra treasure tokens from the stupid monkey. Most of the time, yes. Yeah, I kind of assume, like, I mean, I guess it's the same way here. Like, if you live in upstate New York your whole life, you just get used to it being snowy. Or actually used to be used to it being snowy. Not snowy anymore because of, I guess, global warming, probably. But the winters are way lighter now than they used to be. Opponent hits our Wrenn down to 3. Well, we will cycle a Tranquil Thicket. Another Carth is not bad. Untap. Wrenn. Kill the... Oh, they have another one. Wrenn. Get back the Verdant Catacombs. Play Verdant Catacombs. Play Cartholion. Opponent drew another. Wow. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Ouch. Yeah, that is not what we wanted to see our opponent top deck. That is for sure. Liliana. Oh boy, we cannot catch a break against this deck. Okay. Now what? So opponent's last card's Kolaghan's Command. That's in Ragavan or a Snapcaster, but we'd have to discard our Liliana. I mean, I guess that's what we gotta do. Alright, pass the turn. Oh. Opponent untaps. And we know the Lurrus is coming at some point. Goes to combat. Oh, that second Snapcaster was so brutal. Yeah, the Kolaghan's Command is just, we gotta get rid of it. As much as it hurts to have to discard the Liliana, like, that's just another Snapcaster, another Ragavan. This deck, I think that it should be playing Graveyard Hate. I think that the person that built it, a bit of an oversight not to play Ashiok or Endurance or something that works as Graveyard Hate. Yeah, I've never experienced an actual earthquake, I don't think, about it, considering their attacks. Merch Town Infamous for the 13th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Bonnet kills our Wrenn, unfortunately. And Plains of Lurrus. Well, we're gonna need a good draw. Something on par with the Snapcaster to stop our Carth. That's what we need. And there's not much time left. Oh, so brutal. So brutal. Opponent gets their Lurrus. mistap, so they can't play their Lurrus. Uh-oh. They top deck something else. All right, opponent passes. We draw. Oh, magic gods. Yeah, that does it. Now there's no way out. Well, we got to top deck mode. Unfortunately, our opponent's top decks, boy, tiny bit better than ours. Oh, brutal. Never had an earthquake. I'm in the UK and had 2, both late at night and happened to be up. Really? I didn't know the UK really had earthquakes. Opponent. Well, that was interesting. That was a game of inches. That was our opponent being able to top deck that Snapcaster Mage. Really let them steal that game. We took them, also the monkey hits. The monkey hits giving our opponent that extra mana ended up being huge with how that game played out. Like that was really big. That allowed them to do some of those big things, and that's part of the power of the Ragavan. Like, even if you aren't casting the cards you steal with it, you get in 2 or 3 hits and you just have that extra mana, and having extra mana is never going to be a bad thing in a game of Modern. Like, it's never going to be bad. And we saw that their opponent's a Lurrus deck. Their, mana value caps out at 2 as far as their permanents, and still having those treasures were huge. Do you prefer to stream Arena or Moto? Just curious, since Moto client is a little slow paced. No ramp, no Carth. We got a fatal push. Yeah, I guess we mulligan. All right, this is better. This is better. What do we put to the bottom though? I guess just Overgrown Tomb. Keep the fetch lands for the Ren. All right, what's our opponent up to? No companion. Means control, I guess. Do I prefer streaming Moto or Arena? So I'm super comfortable with Magic Online because I've been playing it for a really long time. Opponent. Oh. Well, that's slightly unfortunate. Okay. Really should not have won that. I really should not have lost the die roll. If we were on the play here, our Ren would be able to answer us as bad. And I think we also have to shock ourselves here, because we need to be able to play Ren next turn. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be at 13, and our opponent's going to be getting in monkey hits. So opponent's playing some sort of mono red prison deck. And we'll take the liquid metal coating. All right, well, opponent gets the treasure. They get to steal a card, but then in theory the Ren can answer the Ragavan, and we'll see what happens. Opponent hits us, steals a land, makes a treasure. All right. Well, we dodged. So opponent's like land destruction. Opponent's kind of spicy. Uh-oh. Island. Wow, we are cursed. We're cursed. That's game. That's the card we just thought sees too, by the way. Yeah, that's now we're hard locked out of playing Magic. All right. Well, this has been disappointing. Wow. I will say we have run we've just had a comedy of error, just so many kind of mind-blowing things work out in our opponent's favor and against us this entire league. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's kind of, this league has been mind-blowing how just unfortunate a lot of these things have been. All right, so opponent. I mean, the demoralizing thing is when that happens. The demoralizing thing is when that happens, start to feel like, does it even matter? Does it even matter what choices you make? Like, do we even need to sideboard? Because does it matter, or is our opponent just gonna top deck what we destroy in Thoughtseize anyway? Oh, so our opponent had liquid metal coating and shenanigans, so they essentially just get to blow up our lands every turn of the game. We Thoughtseize the liquid metal coating, and then our opponent just immediately re-top decked it, which is just game. Monkey is annoying because, yeah, I feel like this deck, I really love Carth, but I feel like the sideboard could be improved from whoever built this originally. Well, we definitely need more answers to our opponent's combo. Yeah, I don't know. Liliana, it was fun to add, but I feel like it is a lower tier Planeswalker. So they're probably playing Blood Moons. I mean, I guess we just trim stuff. But if you don't have enough Planeswalkers, none of this matters. I guess Utopia Sprawl is, like, hilariously ineffective. But then the deck's really slow without it. But it is kind of hilariously bad against land destruction. Like, just really, really bad. All right, well, we'll give it a go. Elvish Spirit Guide is not in Modern. You can't even have Simian Spirit Guide because Wizards banned the one good monkey. I don't think we can keep that. Well, this isn't a ton better, but we'll give it a shot. Well, come on, lands. Tap land, go. Opponent. Spent $300 on a game and then got banned on it 2 days later. Wait, what game was that? Opponent. Scalding Tarn. I'll play the land past the turn. Opponent. Yeah, this hand can kill a monkey, which is good. Can kill a liquid metal coating, which might even be more important based on how that last game went. Hey, thank you, Rayorty. I appreciate the kind words. Steam vents for our opponent. A quick reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. And if you need some magic cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Opponent plays the land passes. Well, we will. Wooded Foils. I think we gotta wait. We can't afford to get Blood Moon here, so play Wooded Foils past the turn. Opponent untaps. And so is this just a pile of counter spells with land destruction? What is our opponent doing? All right, there's a Blood Moon. Well, float some mana. Abrupt Decay, the Blood Moon. Well, that's good at least. Crack the Wooded Foothills. Get a Stomping Grounds tapped. Untap. Play a Swamp. Play. Yeah, play Carth. Get down Carth. Go dig in. All right, no more Blood Moons, opponent. No more Blood Moons. Carth gets a big Chandra past the turn. All right, well, let's see what disasters await, opponent. I'm super excited going to the Bills-Pats game next week. Ooh, that'll be a good one, Marcus. That is probably the most important game of the year for the Bills. All right, opponent. Liquid Metal Torque targets Carth. And blows up the Carth. Well, play a Wrenn and 7. Get back the land. Wooded Foothills. Crack it for a forest. Liliana, tick it up. Discard the land. Well, this isn't bad. This isn't bad. I think we're in okay shape. How are the Bills doing? They're not as good as they probably should be, but they're still in position to make the playoffs, hopefully. If they beat the Patriots next week, then they can win their division. All right, that sounds fair. This is kind of a fun archetype. Thieving Skydiver with all the artifact shenanigans is definitely a fun archetype. Opponent gets back the land, plays the land. And passes. Well, play the land, crack the land. Get a mountain. Chandra Awakened Inferno. Emblem you. Liliana. Get rid of the Thieving Skydiver. Well, okay. Go Emblem. Great, cool. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Yeah, the Bills have... Oh, what did they have? Oh, they had a Bolt, okay. The Bills have been just really inconsistent. Like, I honestly think the Bills... Yeah, I don't know. I want to say they're, like, one of the best teams in the NFL, but... Then they lose to like some of the worst teams in the NFL and look horrible. It's just really strange. Opponent's playing a blue-red land destruction deck essentially, built around the Liquid Metal Torque and Liquid Metal Coating. I think we played this on stream a while ago now, but basically, just any way to blow up artifacts along with the Liquid Metal cards to turn everything into artifacts. Yeah, that is true. There's a lot of parody. Hey, let me see, Daniel. Vanifar from Bant for Life. Ooh, let me see. Thought sees a. Well, I mean, thought sees you. Opponent. Well, we'll take the Skydiver. Play a Carth. Go digging. Get a Lulth, I guess. Chandra. Did they scry top or bottom? They scried bottom. Oh, dear. Oh, I have no idea how this interacts. Oh, no. Do you think we got to go 3 or 4? So, like, Lulth should, or Carth should essentially add a loyalty to it, right? So, 3 should be 4? But shouldn't 3 be 4 because of Carth, or no? We can't afford to not kill it. I mean, I guess we can... Okay, we'll go 4 and try it. So, 4. Let's see if it ends up being 4 or 5. Okay, I think it was actually 4. All right, well... Planeswalker down. Pass the turn. Opponent only has a Bolt in hand. If they draw Artifact Destruction... Things get a bit scary, because they can blow up anything with his Liquid Metal Torque, any non-land. Opponent cracks the land, goes digging. Yeah, 4 is definitely the safest plan. And... Okay. Does draw it. We'll take a... Liliana the Veil, I think. Actually, we can Ren and Lulth. Opponent's last card is a Bolt. We got to keep that in mind. We need to stop this Ren from beating us. Okay, we'll take a Ren. I think that's fine. Take a Ren. Why was there no cause in this week's Budget Magic? I just forgot. I just forgot to give it a caw. Opponent gets back the land pass. Oh, Karn. Oh, my goodness. Karn would be pretty good. So we get to play... Wow, we're going to get Karn down, aren't we? We'll play a Ren in 7. That even works through Blood Moon. Ren in 7. Take it up. Get a... I'm afraid we're running out of lands. Get an Overgrowth Tomb. Go to combat. Hit the Ren. Ren down. Land. Lulth. The 0 becomes a +1. Draw a card, add a loyalty. And I mean, this is a pretty good place to be. This is where we want to be. Down to 11. Opponent, Bull in hand, untaps. Gets pinged by Chandra Emblem. I feel the wind coming. I feel the wind coming. Yeah, Carth does have a pretty good body. Unholy, he can still get it, but it dodges quite a bit. Opponent. Have I tried Flip Jays? Oh, all right. So opponent draws the shenanigans. So I can kill a Planeswalker every turn. I'll take Big Liliana. No, we're in Jund, so we don't actually have the mana to play. We don't actually have the mana to play Jace, although Jace could be sweet. I think building a 5-color version of this could be super fun. Ooh, Force of Vigor. Interesting. Well, let's take up Ren. Get back the land. This gets Ren to ultimate next turn, hopefully. Play... Actually, go to combat, attack with Carth. Hit our Ren that our opponent stole from us. Play Karn. Ooh, resolves. Okay. Get rid of the torque. That's been causing the issues. Okay. Okay. This is what Carth wants to be doing. Play the land pass the turn. Ultimate Karn would be super fun. I will do my best. We just got to get in a position where we're not dying. And now we can start uptaking and get to the ultimate pretty quick. Ooh, opponent has a... Well, that might change things. Now that our opponent has a Karn, that might be an issue. If you make a 5-color version of this deck, would you put a 5-color Niv? Would it depend on how many multicolored Planeswalkers we could get into it, honestly. Like, I think that's the main question. If we had enough hits for Niv would be fine. We have a new donation from Jaguar. Opponent, Altar of the Brood. Oh, do they just have Saheeli in hand and they're going infinite? Bolts the Ren. Okay, so not infinite yet. $3.86 Seth. Hey Seth, I'm rocking a super upgraded version of Soul Sisters for a standard that you played a while back. It's fun. My opponents often chump on holding my voice or Trelisar back until they can wipe or kill them. Suggestions. That is a good question. So, some sort of evasion. Maybe there's got to be something that gives... Like, what's the best way to give it evasion? I know there's, like, the 1-mana spell. I don't know if that's good enough for Soul Sisters. Like, Crash On or something like that. Clash On. Clash On. So cringe. But there's got to be something that gives trample. I can't think of what it is off the top of my head. But there's got to be some way... There's got to be some way to get evasion. Either that or play more protection to survive the wrath, like Guardian of Faith, maybe something like that, to like phase out your stuff through a wrath, and then everything comes back in and just smashes your opponent the next turn. So there's got to be a solution along those lines, I think. I'd have to dig around on Arena and try to see what the best one was. But those are the first two things that come to mind. Give it trample or protect it through the Raz. Thank you for the donation, by the way. Definitely appreciate it. Okay. So Karn Alter the Brood goes infinite with goes infinite if there's a Saheeli. So this probably means we can't take up the Karn. We do have Force of Vigor. I guess if we leave that up, we could. But there's still a Karn too. Well, we can. Okay, so here's what we do. We go to combat. We kill the Karn. We tick up Karn for 5. We get back a land. We play the land. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well. If we play the Liliana, we're going to win through the Liliana rather than the Karn ultimate. Is our goal to ultimate the Karn or just to win? Are we far enough ahead that we feel like we get to play with them a little bit? All right, we'll Liliana. I know someone wanted to see a Karn ultimate, but Liliana ultimate's pretty sweet too. All right, pass the turn. We got the combo covered with Force of Vigor if our opponent finds it. I guess I need Liquid Metal Coating too to go infinite. Liquid Metal Coating or Torque and Saheeli. About it. So I guess they're 2 pieces away actually. Because you need, if you've never seen the combo, you turn Saheeli into an artifact, and then you can copy itself with its ability a ton of times. An opponent, oh, all right. Well, we don't get to see the ultimate, but we'll take it. We'll take it. It is a cool combo. Does Karn's ultimate remove emblems? It does. Karn is, I think, the only way in the entire game to remove an emblem, honestly. I mean, when the deck goes off, it really goes off. A 5-color build. I kind of want to build a 5-color build now. I feel like a 5-color version of this would be so fun. It would probably be worse. I think as far as winning, it would be worse. But could you imagine like this, maybe Oath of Teferi, just like the Win Moria's Planeswalker deck that you've ever could imagine? Like, it seems like it'd be super fun. Ooh, Shahrazad. Yeah, that technically does too. I hate leaving in removal just for Ragavan, but that is the way of the monkey. All right, run it like that. No ramp. Hopefully we get some discard. Yarion, Oath of Nissa. Wow, 5-color Yarion. Just pile O Planeswalkers. I mean, we're 0-2 right now. Would it actually be worse? Could it be worse? What do you think? Okay, give me your vote, chat. Give me your vote. Finish out our league with this deck, or after this game, build 5-color Planeswalker Carth pile. Well, this can go to the bottom. Oh, we gotta put 2 to the bottom. Oh. I mean, the right thing to do is probably keep the interaction, honestly. If our opponent has Blood Moon, we're going to be in trouble. All right. Vote, vote, vote. Wow, everyone likes a 5-color nonsense plan. Opponent. It's called a Tard. All right, Vraska. Well, tap land. Go. Opponent. Cracks. Okay, so we can start theory crafting because 5-color Carth is pulling ahead. So what would you want to add to the deck? That is really the question. So we need ramp. We're going to have Yarion, so we're going to have 80 cards. We're going to have Carth. Yarion actually probably... I wonder if Yarion makes it worse. Maybe. This is painful, but... Oh, no. We should have done that during our opponent's turn. Well, Overgrown Tomb tapped. Pass the turn. I mean, the upside of our opponent's plan is you can theoretically just lock your opponent pretty early in the game. Liquid Metal Coating. I mean, so Niv is going to need enough Planeswalkers. Yeah, it looks like 5-color is running away with it. So, yeah, here we go. Opponent. Wow. This hurts. This hurts a lot. I mean, that was a slight pun on our part to not just Vigor last turn, I guess. Thieving Skydiver. Well, we might be going to 5-color pile even quicker than you think. Tamiyo's a sweet one. You know what? If we're going to 5-color, let's maximize the amount of time that we have to try this 5-color deck. We will call it there. I will say, I know the record wasn't great there. We did get exceedingly unlucky. Gonna do Vintage Cube. Yes. Planning on doing a Vintage Cube stream this week. Not today, but definitely planning on doing one this week. All right, 5C Carth. So give me your ideas. Let's see if we can get this. I will refund you, Rumble Tumble. Actually, I don't know if that's even possible. I was trying to make a joke. I don't know if that's possible. So we need Carth the Lion, number 1. Hey, what's up, Cody? Good games. All right, so Carth. I mean, that's modern. Modern is every match against Monkey, basically. I mean, it's a slight exaggeration, but it's not that far away from being the truth. So what else were you saying you wanted on that? Oath of Nissa. All right, Oath of Nissa makes sense. I like it. Good mana fixing. So Oath of Nissa in. What Planeswalkers are we adding? That's the other big question. Bring to Light doesn't get Planeswalkers though, right? Not getting Planeswalkers is kind of a deal breaker. So we do need ramp. Like that's one of the things I disliked about that last build is it seemed very ramp light. So in like Utopia Sprawl, we can probably Arbor Elf. Velky, yeah, we can add Velky. Velky is sweet. All right, so we're getting to the Planeswalker stage. So I guess, actually, you know what? Let's get our mana set first, and then we'll see how many slots we have left. So one of each Triome. How many lands do you think we need for a Yarion deck? What is your recommendation, Jack? Give me your number 1 recommendation. I think we're just gonna build like a 5-color green mana base since we have the mana dorks in the early game. Garrick Wildspeaker is sweet. We're gonna add a ton of sweet Planeswalkers in just a minute. Argument for birds over Arbor Elf. Yeah, give me your argument. What is your argument for birds? Decon. All right, I will see if we can squeeze a Decon into this deck. So let's see. Temple Garden, Stomping Grounds, Overgrown Tomb. Breeding Pool. Hollowed Fountain. I mean, I guess we want the off. Are we just playing all 10? Is that horrible? Probably. Maybe we're just playing one of each Shockland. And then focusing on green, something like that. Interplanar Beacon. Okay, we can Interplanar Beacon. Play Interplanar Beacon, 31 lands. 32, 33? Maybe something like that? Is 33 enough? So what's the argument for Birds of Paradise? All right, so now it's Planeswalker time. Actually, we might need a interactive spell. Well, okay, well, let's add our Planeswalkers. Probably not Immortal Sun. Have you ever played with Maelstrom Nexus? Do we do a Maelstrom Nexus against odds? All right, so give me your sweet Planeswalkers. 35 lands. Oh, we do have a bunch of ramp. We'll see. We might add more. So what Planeswalkers are we adding? Give me. Yeah, we got Yarian over here. Oh, it's hiding behind the webcam, but it's in there. All right. So hey, what's up, dude, Burrow Man guy? So what are we adding? Give me your Planeswalkers. 3 mana Kizmina. What does 3 mana Kizmina do? Each other Planeswalker controls its abilities, +1 to scry, -X to make a fractal. Okay, I can get behind a copy of that. Nissa who shakes the world. Ugin. The only problem with Ugin is it can exile all of our Planeswalkers, but that's probably fine. So Nissa, I think we want the card draw Nissa. Nissa Vital Force. All right, let's look at 3 mana Planeswalkers. We do need, so the most powerful thing we can do outside of going off with Carth is land ramp spell 3 mana Planeswalker. So Dekan, someone really wants Dekan. So Dekan enters the battlefield with loyalty equals to the number of lands you control. Put an artifact card from your hand or graveyard. Oh boy. I just don't know if we got the support for it. Like that's the challenge, is I'm not sure we have the support. So like Grist is pretty fine. Ooh, Planebound. We could add Planebound Accomplice. Nicole Bolas Dragon God. Oh yeah, Ren. So we definitely need Ren. Like for sure. Narset is good at annoying people. 3 mana Narset. Yeah, 3 mana Narset is... It finds Planeswalkers and it does annoy people. The big question is going to be if we make our mana work. Like Liliana is really good because you +1 in ultimate. Narset, it does run out, but you can use it a lot of times. Ashiok we probably want for the sideboard at least. A Grist can be good. I like 3 mana Planeswalkers that can just gum up the ground with blockers are really helpful against the monkey. Ren. All right, so Ren. We need some big, powerful Planeswalkers. We need some top end win the game Planeswalkers. What is the sweetest win the game? You know what? Let's do it the other way. Let's Planeswalkers sort by mana value. Let's look at the big ones. Jace plusing 3 is actually kind of hilarious. So this Liliana does seem decent. Bolas. Well, we'll add a Bolas. Bolas is spicy. It is really spicy. It is really hard to cast, but it is a spicy one. Ghostly Prison. The problem is Ghostly Prison doesn't protect Planeswalkers. We can play a Valky. Yeah, that's kind of the problem is Ghostly Prison says it attacks you. Yucky! Welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank ya. Oh, doubling season. Oh, we already have so we have Oath of Teferi and Carth. I don't know how many more support cards we can play. We might be able to squeeze in a copy. It is really strong. Narset Transcendent. Oh, the biggest flop Narset. The Narset that was ridiculously expensive and then maybe the cheapest of all Planeswalkers. Take up, if it's non-creature, non-land, you put it in your hand. Ultimate, your opponents can't cast non-creature spells. So we start at 6. Oh, wait, ultimate's in 1 turn. All right, that's enough for me to add it. We can add it. So we need stuff to keep our Planeswalker. Let's look at this curve. I mean, that's not that bad. Yeah, so we got Yarian. What about Ashiok? So we got 3 mana Ashiok in the sideboard. Oh, this Field Researcher is absurd. Field Researcher's Omniscience Emblem is like the craziest thing you can do. I don't know if Bring to Light's good because it can't get Planeswalkers. That's kind of the issue. I guess I could get a support card, but okay. What of these Planeswalkers can instantly ultimate? That is the other question. What Planeswalker can we just play an ultimate? That means a loyalty has to be 1 away from the ultimate. Are there any that we're missing? I guess Ugin, we can add an Ugin. Ugin ultimates in 1 turn, which is pretty good. 3 mana to fairy. It's dirty, but it is really good. We should probably add it. Gladion, welcome to the Fishbowl. Johnny's Strength of the Pride. I think that cares too much about life gaining creatures. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think we probably need another cheap planeswalker that maybe makes tokens. We do need to stay alive. We also, we are lacking interaction. Maybe that's fine. Maybe we are just all in on planeswalkers, but we probably need at least a way to kill the monkey. I don't think we can just go 100% on our planeswalkers to answer the monkey. 3 mana Nissa does do a good job of gumming up the board. Teferi is really strong. Royal Scions. Ashiok. So it starts at 3, goes to 6, goes to 9 in ultimates. 2 turns is still a bit slow. 3 mana Kaya is pretty good. 3 mana Kaya is good at sniping monkeys at least. I mean, Karn is another good option just to, that could be our interaction, is Karn to grab stuff from our sideboard. Karn is really strong. Oh, Prismatic Ending. Yeah, Prismatic Ending is probably the removal spell we want. It's kind of perfect for this deck. All right, give me your last Planeswalker picks, because we're getting to the point where we're running out of slots. So if you have more Planeswalkers that you want to suggest, get them in. Right now, how many Planeswalkers do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Ooh, Teferi Master of Time. Okay. That does get to ultimate really quick. Wow, actually, so if we have Carth and Oath of Teferi, that goes infinite, right? Teferi Master of Time, so it starts at 3, takes up to 5, takes up to 7, takes up to 9 ultimates. Wow, pretty close to infinite. Johnny Vengeant. I like the removal. Oh no, we're running out. We're running out of room. Maybe we go 2 Oath of Teferis? Actually, do we want Nissa who shakes the world? Angrath. Ugh. Stone Rain, just for you. Just for you. Jason Raveler of Secrets. Liliana the Last Hope. Venser. The only thing with Venser is we don't have much that's good to blink, because our deck is all Planeswalkers. I guess Karn or Koth is decent. Sexy Jays for the combo with Bolas. All right, so I think we're getting to the... yeah, I think I want to go down this Nissa. Plus, I just don't really like Nissa who shakes the world. Okay, what else do you want to add? Getting an ally of Zendikar. The tokens are not bad. Wall of Omens, Wall of Blossoms, Saheeli for blockers, Sarkhan the Masterless to win. 5 mana Teferi is good, isn't it? Kismina. I mean, the big issue is we're just running out of space. We're running out of space. Elspeth's Son's Nemesis. All right, hang on. I'm going to add in these last couple of Planeswalkers, and we're going to have to cut. We're going to have to cut stuff. Garrick Apex Predator. I feel like I would play Karn. I feel like I'd play Karn here. Dovin Bond. The emblem is sweet. It's a little slow. I wish it was I mean, I guess it's 0 draw a card if you got Carth out. The +1 kind of stopped. Well, we'll put it in tentatively. All right, so we're gonna have to cut stuff. Azeka, oh, not Planeswalker enough. We're already pretty. This deck is gonna be wild. All right, so Kaya Infinite Turns combo. How do we win? Elspeth. People love Elspeth. I don't know about. I feel like Elspeth's Sun's Nemesis just doesn't do much. Pumps creatures, makes tokens, gains life. Yeah, I feel like Elspeth's a little too slow. Okay. Oh, this curve. We might want Birds of Paradise 2 with this. All right. So I think this is where we're at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is with no interaction. Arguably, maybe, possibly light by a land or two. So we're gonna have to cut some things at some point. We'll go 34 lands. Okay. That's 90 cards though. So we need to cut some cards. We need Spark Double. Spark Double is really fun. I mean, yeah, everyone wants Spark Double. All right. This isn't helping with our room problem though. The biggest problem we're having is we almost got a commander deck now. We just have way too many cards. So we need to, we'll add a Spark Double. We gotta cut cards. That's where we're at now. Okay, cut the Ugin. I guess we can trim back on Oath of Teferi. Oath of Teferi is really fun. Cut a Lily. Lily is oh, this curve, this deck. All right, so ramp, fixing, prismatic endings, Carth. These are the cards we can't really cut. Out of the Planeswalkers, I feel like, okay, so we got to keep Ren, I think. We got to cut 8 cards, basically. Do you think we'll win? Can we win a game with this deck? Oh, Karn to restart the game. I do want to restart the game. Oh, that's another cut. Can we cut? How about if we just cut 9 lands? How do you feel about the cutting of 9 lands? 80 cards, 25 lands should be good, right? 25 lands should be good enough. It's the Crim technique for commander deck building. All right, okay, we'll go. Let's think about this. Down 1 Birds of Paradise down. We'll go 10 ramp spells. We'll move 1 prismatic ending to the sideboard. We'll go down 1 Grist. We'll go down. You know what? Maybe we just gotta go 1 Oath of Teferi. I really love the idea of double activating, but it's so good because it lets you ultimate right away. All those Planeswalkers are ultimate in 2 turns, ultimate in 1 turn. Ultimate in 1 turn. 1 turn is insane. I don't want to cut another Oath of Teferi. I feel like Arbor Elf's just better than Birds, honestly. Cut Grist. I feel like we need a 3-mana Planeswalker that just makes dorks. So we don't just get run over. Okay, so we're gonna start cutting. So Velki, we could actually cut Velki. How do you feel about Velki? Can we cut Velki? Can we cut Velki or no? Cut Dovin? Dovin is probably on the weaker end. The Wrens I think we need for fixing. Karn is funny if it goes off. Narset finds Planeswalkers. Lily ultimates quickly. Lily kills Monkey. We can go 1 Teferi. Okay, 1 Teferi. 1 Grist. 1 Kasmina. 1 Veraska. 1 Ajani. 2 Tamios because I want to ultimate 1. Nissa draws us cards. Big Teferi. I mean, honestly, I'm sorry, Stone Rain. I'm sorry. But I think we got to cut the Angrath. We might have to cut the Narset too. The ultimate is funny. but a little bit matchup dependent. We can also put Planeswalkers in the sideboard and just go all the way. Do we still have enough Planeswalkers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Ooh, I probably can't cut the Spark Double, right? I'm not allowed. I guess the 3-mana Kismine is kind of bad. Okay. And then, sideboard. We got Ashiok's. We can put the Narset in the sideboard. We got Prismatic Ending. We'll play some Graveyard Hate like Leyline of the Void. Yeah, we got a lot of bad Planeswalkers. So we can play Leyline of the Void for Graveyard Hate. Prismatic Ending. We need to destroy all with, I don't even know, dams? Bring in dams. What are we missing in the sideboard? Stuff to destroy artifacts. I'm sure there's a Planeswalker for that. Actually, I guess if we have Ashiok, we don't need the ley lines. Vivian. Ancient Grudge. Yeah, like Damping Sphere. Void Mirror. Oh, Nahiri, that's a good one. Oh, Force of Vigor? All right. Yeah, Force of Vigor actually makes a lot of sense. Force of Vigor, Force of Vigor. Cut Velky, add Ral Zarek. Ral. It does ultimate with... You know what? Okay. I'm fine with that. We'll add the Ral. All right. Boom. Deck. We have built a deck. Now we just got to get the cards real quick. Give me 1 second to get the cards that I don't have. And then we will try this beautiful, beautiful monstrosity. We did it. We did it, Reddit. I mean, that was actually pretty fun. We should do more collaborative deck building. Collaborative deck building exercises because it's actually pretty fun. We will do it again. All right, so cards being ordered. Bear with me for just a minute. Don't leave because you're going to want to see if this pile works. All right. Ordering. We need some dams. We need Vivian Reed. We need... Wow, Planeswalkers are cheap. Vivian Reed is 9 cents on Magic Online. Prismatic Ending. We need 4 of those. Bizina, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Oh my god, this is... So the problem is I would normally just buy the entire deck list. I just import it and then... You know what? Actually, I think that works. I'm going to do this in a different way. All right, so we're going to export this. Hang on. This should be faster. All right, so we export this. Avert your eyes. The desktop a little bit full. Just a smidge on the full side. All right, this is going to be way faster, though. Way faster. 5 color Carth. So what we got to do is just return that last deck. Because I'm nearly maxed out on my loan balance. And this deck is pretty expensive. All right, so super quick. Let's see. Loan program. Return deck. All right, we should be getting like 2 minutes. Give me like 2 minutes, hopefully less. Return the loan. It really is amazing how easy these loan programs are. We were talking a little bit about clean your desktop. Not happening. Magic Garb not happening. Cool Cat 69 for the 5th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. It's really amazing how easy these loan programs make playing Magic Online. That is the biggest thing I think that Magic Online has over Magic Arena. Like, I think that's it. That is the biggest difference. On Magic Online, I can just play any deck I want at any time, thanks to loan programs. And it takes like 2 minutes. It's like so cheap. But it's like super cheap. Super cheap, super easy, super quick. It's just way, way easier than the system on Magic Arena that is expensive and clunky. And somehow I love opening packs like so much. It's just, opening packs is so much fun. Somehow Magic Arena makes it so I don't even really like opening packs. I recoil in horror at the thought of having to open a pack. Weekly Bear update. Bear is doing very well. I got a video that I'm gonna post of him we had a nice snowy day and we were playing out on the deck, throwing this ball and he was chasing it. Pretty funny because he was just slipping all over the place. But he is doing very well. He's absolutely massive, the biggest boy. He's probably like 70 pounds. He eats a ridiculous amount of anything. Sometimes to the point that he eats so much that the other morning, he needs to learn to slow down. He eats too fast. And then he gets the hiccups or the burps. And then I give him an egg with his dog food in the morning usually. And sometimes he just inhales it so fast that he gets the hiccups and then starts. One morning he actually threw it back up, and he's super healthy. He's been to the vet and everything. He just needs to learn to eat slower, and I do not know how to teach him. I do not know how to teach him to just slow a little bit. Like, you can eat it, you just don't gotta. I gotta give you a video. I gotta get a video. I've been trying to get a video of him eating because it's just it's kind of funny. He's like a dolphin or a shark, sort of. Like, if you give him a piece of something, he's like a little dolphin boy that just kind of inhales it, just like, or a penguin, how it just kind of flies down their gullet. That's Bear. Have you tried getting the bowl that keeps him from eating too quickly? I haven't, but I probably should. I honestly didn't know there were bowls for that. Ooh, a slow plate for dogs. I got his fence hooked up, sort of. It's an invisible fence. Okay, the card should be coming hopefully any minute now. It's an invisible fence so we can go play in the yard. And haha, here comes our cards. It is almost Magic time. And I still gotta bury it, but I got it around the yard. And apparently I didn't realize it's got 2 modes. It's got vibrate and beep and vibrate and shock. So I didn't realize there were 2 modes. So I put it on and put the collar on Bear. I was like, all right, this is going to be great. He's going to be able to play outside. I'm not going to have to worry about him going in the road. So I let him out, and I'm out there with him so I can keep an eye on him. And I had it on the vibrate and beep mode because I would really rather not shock him if I could avoid it. So I have it on vibrate and beep, and he just went right through it. He didn't even notice it. It's like he did not hear the beeping, did not hear the vibrating. He's just like do walking around. It starts to beep and it's vibrating. And I'm like 50 feet away, and I hear it beeping and vibrating. Did not faze him in the least. So I haven't figured out the next step for that yet. But that was the vibrate mode. That was not the. So I think I guess what you have to do is go to the shock mode, and the idea would be hopefully he gets shocked once or twice and then just learns that you don't go to where the road is, basically. So I think that's what I got to do. I still feel bad about shocking him. I'm not like, I don't know, a yeller or a hitter or a shocker. Like, we have a very kind relationship. So hopefully he understands. I can't have him going on the road because even when I'm out there sometimes, he's not the smartest, and he'll just get a smell or something, and he doesn't know about roads or cars. He'll just go right straight into the road and just absolutely get run over, which would be the worst. I don't know if I could deal with that. All right, deck list updated, but that's a Bear update for the week. Okay, so 5 color Yarion Planeswalker. You know what? I think we actually are fine with this. We got 2 removal spells. Our mana is going to be good. We don't have a Planeswalker, but our deck is full of them. That's all our deck is Planeswalkers and Carths. So we should be able to find it. Our mana is going to let us cast it. This could work. This could work. So Verdant Catacombs. Crack Verdant Catacombs. Get a Forest. Utopia Sprawl. On white for Prismatic Ending. Pass it. We're also a great Prismatic Ending deck. Pass the turn. When you go for walks, work on getting the dog to stop before the road crossing and possibly enforce it. They'll get it eventually. It's more that he just gets distracted. Like, he'll listen to me, and he'll sit and stay and do all that kind of stuff. So I'm not especially worried about him, like, getting in the road if I'm out there. It's more the idea of just, like, why I'm in here recording videos. Why? Yeah, I don't have a shot collar. Why I'm in there recording videos? I'm worried about him. Wandering into the road by himself, basically. Any reason not to get Yarion? I kind of want to get a Triome. I think that's the biggest reason. I kind of want to get a Triome for mana fixing purposes. Maybe it's worth like playing a opponent disconnected. That's not good. Maybe it's worth playing another land. We could fetch out a different land. We could fetch out like Overgrown Tomb and get Yarion. I'm not super concerned about getting Yarion early. I don't feel like Yarion does that much. Yeah, this hand actually looks pretty good, so I'm kind of disappointed that our opponent... I mean, they probably just have a ton of counter spells, but... Opponent. Yeah, I mean, Yarion just... It's kind of there, and it can blink Carth, which is nice, but we're not especially built around Yarion. So I think Yarion's... It's just kind of a card that lets us play more Planeswalkers in our deck. Scared them away. They're out of here. All right, opponent's back. Yeah, we played our land drop. It was a Wooded Foothills. Yeah, my plan was just Wooded Foothills, get some sort of black-red Triome, and have all of our colors of mana, and then probably Carth next turn. This is going to be interesting. I assume our opponent has a ridiculous amount of counters, but maybe we can... We only really need to get down like 1 Planeswalker or something, and we're going to be good. Yeah, Seagrom Pros, I wonder... Yeah, I don't know what build our opponent is. You don't see the fast lands as much as you used to in control decks, especially. The cat that lived the longest life, which lived for almost 40 years, had a diet of broccoli, eggs, turkey, bacon, coffee with cream, and some red wine every few days. Sounds like that's quite a... That is quite a diet for a cat, seriously. They're a Stoneblade deck. All right, well, crack this. Okay, that makes me feel a little better. There might be less counters than we thought. So we want a Triome that has black and red. Savi, I guess? Black, red, green, white. Yeah, it's fine. Get the Triome. Opponent. Stoneforge. For a Batterskull. You know what? I think we just play Carth. Like, what do we care about Batterskull? Land. I mean, we could kill the Stoneforge. Oh, unless that means they have Calder in hand. If they already have Calder in hand... Oh. All right, get a Forest. Oh, this is so greedy. So greedy. Carth gets us a... Ral. All right, get the Ral. Pass the turn. Penthouse Moana, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank ya. All right, well, opponent passes. They're going to put Batterskull into play. Play the land. play Wow. Gain a life. This is kind of working. We're flooding out, but this is kind of not the worst. Opponent. Solitude's the Carth. Well, that's kind of a blowout, actually. That's a big blowout. We needed that. All right, so opponent kills the Carth. Aww. Opponent. What are you making for your holidays, Mega Magikarp? Any great recipes? Wow! All right. Well, that was fun. Opponent apparently has 2 lands in all the action. Wow, even more lands. Well, that's kind of insane. So maybe we have way too many lands. Maybe we should have went with 25 lands. Go after the Stoneforge. Opponent. Put something into play. All right, we need to stop drawing lands and start drawing Planeswalkers soon. There's the Batterskull. Prismatic Ending. Prismatic Ending the Germ. Interplanar Beacon. Get this Yarion that doesn't do anything. I mean, it is a 4/5. We need a Planeswalker. Sully Vision. Why not exile the Batterskull? Ah, it's so much mana. Oh, that's, boy. All right, can we draw a real card? Can we draw a real card? We're a deck full of Planeswalkers. Liliana the Last Hope. Oh, and the Carth was exiled. Oh, good old Modern Horizons 2. Well, all right. That's unfortunate. I mean, that is a Planeswalker. It's not a good Planeswalker, but it is a Planeswalker. I mean, it's good in a vacuum, but it's not especially good here. I'll play Liliana, gain some life. Take up on the Stoneforge. Play a land to thin the deck to see if we can get to a real Planeswalker. It would be a lot of mana decks. Oh, they have... Jeez, oh, okay, well, good game, good game. Okay, can we draw a real Planeswalker? Opponent just had all the interaction in the world. How about it? Kills the Liliana. Play the Hallowed Fountain. Elite draw. Even more lands. All right, on to the next one. I think Alchemy cards should be banned from the historic format. They've had a bad impact on the format. I mean, I would agree that. I think, yeah, this is tough. Just a bunch full of counters, a deck full of counter spells is pretty annoying against our deck. Pretty annoying. I mean, we also somehow drew 31 of our 33 lands in our top 10 cards, which isn't ideal, I would say. Not ideal. Yeah, we didn't really draw anything on this section of our deck. Okay. Liliana the Last Hope seems not good in this matchup. Seems pretty bad. I mean, I guess Ashiok stops the tutoring, maybe? Johnny doesn't seem great in this matchup. Vivian can blow up artifacts. All right. Let's try something like that. Force of Vigor seems good to board in. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It doesn't get Cauldra. It can kill a Batter Skull, and that's probably about the only targets it has, which isn't a ton. All right, well, we will see. We got a Ren. Utopia Sprawl on red. We're working towards Oath of Teferi, which is sweet. We need Planeswalkers, though. Force of Vigor just destroys, unfortunately. Well, land untapped. Ren in 7. Pay the 1. Snipe the Sentinel. Pass the turn. No Stoneforge. No Stoneforge. Hey, what's up, Reagan Roosty? We're having fun. Hopefully we can win a game before the stream ends. That's our next goal. Spreading Seas. Not great for us. Well. Windswept Heath. Crack Windswept Heath. So we have blue. I mean, I guess we can just take a forest. Take a forest. Red. Get back the land. Pass the turn. Cycle the Triumph. See if we'd find some big Planeswalkers. A recap of, to recap, the steak medium rare New York style or sirloin with Yukon Gold potatoes shaped into wedges. Let's cycle. Shaped into wedges, boil in baking soda in sea salt to stack steaks on top of each other. Each steak is layered with Swiss cheese and plated on romaine lettuce and an optional cherry tomato. Ooh, more lands. Come on now, Magic. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, so is 34 lands too many? It's starting to feel like it. How are we doing this again? Or is this just the inconsistency of being a Yarion deck? Like, does 80 cards just mean you got to deal with the fact that you're going to draw a land some games? About it. Wow, boy, this is just all the counters in the world. Archmage's Charm opponent taps. That sounds delicious, Magikarp. Super, super good. Have I played Runeterra? I have not played Runeterra. Opponent finds a Stoneforge, leaving a counter spell. Puke, puke, puke. Get the Triome. Huh. How are we so good at drawing lands? Golly. We have had... It's so funny, if you watch the stream, sometimes you just... I mean, I guess it's just Magic, but sometimes you just run super poorly, and there's really not anything you can do about it. You just kind of lose to the Magic God. So that's a Calder complete, and... Yeah, I mean, this Ashiok would have been good in place of... I mean, seriously, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 out of 14. Whew. Yeah, I mean, okay. Next. Next. I mean, the Calder complete, we just aren't going to be able to beat it, especially in a world where the only thing that exists is lands. Whoa, that was some bad running. So, Seth, now that Yamaha Creative Gross is a thing, do you think, know if anyone broke Knight of the Reliquary Retreat to Coral Helm combo? Isn't it, I mean, is it different? Well, I think we need 34 lands because we have 80 cards, or close to it. I mean, maybe 33, like, somewhere in that range, but you need some high number if you're going to play 80 cards. Yeah, that's the downside of... That's the downside of Calder Complete is it's just essentially game over. So how does Yavimaya interact with Knight of the Reliquary Retreat to Coral Helm combo? I haven't seen the combo any more often or anything since Yavimaya was printed. Yeah, I mean, that's about right. Yavimaya lets you sack any land to the night. Huh. I don't know if that was a pinch before, though. Like, I mean, I guess that is cool, but it always seemed like, yeah, let's well, we can ramp and we got a Teferi, and we should draw some Planeswalkers because our deck is full of them. I feel like the problem with the combo is not. I don't know if I've really seen the combo get Knight, get Retreat to Coral Helm, start doing their combo thing, and lose because they couldn't sack the right lands. It seems like the problem is like getting those two things on the battlefield. So I'm sure it is some amount of an improvement, but I don't think it doesn't seem like a huge upgrade to me. Opponent. Well, we don't really know how much prices will change. Okay. Well, where did Foothills go? Oh dear. Oh dear, the lands keep flowing. We have a new donation from... Is this blue-white control? Is this just the same? Oh, it's spirits this time. We have a new donation from... what are we taking? We have white-green. Now I guess we go blue-red. We have a new donation from Jake the Cleric. Says, watch you guys 5+ years now. To fairies for days. And Goldfish keeps me going. All this negativity with alchemy. Oh, come on, Magic Gods. Well, we'll pass the turn. How is this possible? All this negativity with alchemy has got me a little sad. I really want to show my support for you guys. So take this sub and know I'd watch Kamigawa Black Tiny Leaders so long as it's you. Well, Jake the Cleric, thank you for the kind words and for the donation. Definitely appreciate it so much. Yeah, the alchemy situation it's caught me by surprise a little bit too. Just like how angry people are about it. Well, this isn't great. We were really good at drawing mana. Well, play it to Fairy. Gain a life. Yeah, I think we got to do this. Tuck the Drogskell Captain, lose the Teferi. No lands, please. For the love of God. No more. We even cycled one away. About it. Mausoleum Wanderer. And... So one of the downsides, I think, of being 80 land Carth is you don't find your good cards as often. Like, you don't find your Carths as often. Opponent, gonna kill the Teferi. Gets in, hits us. We draw another land. I mean, at some point, this is just funny. We might already be at that point. This has just been one of those... This has just been one of those days where, boy, every top deck has not been ideal. I mean, what can you do? What can you do? Got a brand new job this month. I can finally spare some income for a sub. Hey, awesome, Jake Declare. Congratulations. Thank you guys on the Goldfish group for everything you do for the community. Well, definitely appreciate the kind words. This one is also over. I mean, next. So we can bring in a little creature removal. I'm curious. I mean, maybe it's just too many lands. It's either that it's too many lands, and then chat, I blame you since I'm pretty sure that this was a number you suggested. Or we just got no luck Two possibilities. Yeah, Grist can kill things. This kills things. Kasmina doesn't seem like it does much. All right, Yarian decks in Modern. Blink, Omnath, Niv to Light, Enigmatic Incarnation, Elementals. So, let's see. So, Niv is playing 31 lands. 28. Jeez. That feels just like so. 28 lands? I mean, there's 60 card decks that play 28 lands. I mean, maybe this. No, okay, that's not actually a Yarian deck. That was 24 lands. Yeah, I mean, maybe 34 is just too many. Huh. Well, we get to play first. I mean, I still think you should be drawing 10 lands out of 10 cards every game. That's a little extreme. Yeah, 28 sounds just like insanely low. I mean, having Oath of Teferi is nice, but you actually have to draw. In an 80 card deck, you're just not that likely to draw any individual card. Arbor Elf, go. Opponent. Do you know if you automatically click the link on your mouse wheel, it will automatically open in a new tab? Wait. I don't understand. Well, tap, untap. Tap. Windswept Heath. Crack Windswept Heath. Get a Stomping Grounds. Untapped. Continuing to sort of kill ourselves. Liliana. I mean, this is kind of a reasonable hand. We don't have a Carth going, but we got a couple Planeswalkers. We're ramping into them. Could use a Carth, could use an Oath of Nissa. Opponent. Digging up their vial. Oh, I gotcha. Ooh, interesting. Well, tap, untap. I mean, maybe we should just ran and wait. Do we need to keep this Dam as a Wrath? Yeah, I guess we could have. All right, yeah, let's just play the Ren. Play the Ren. Get back the land. Take up the Liliana. Play Verdant Catacombs past the turn. Okay, we're making strides. Opponent untaps. Do they vial something in? Yes. It's a Mausoleum Wanderer. Opponent untaps. And yeah, I mean, I think we can just Wrath everything, hopefully. The Mausoleum Wanderer is a bit of a potential issue. Actually, the Ether Vial, too. Just putting stuff into play to pump this, but opponent gets in. Hits the red for 1. Uh-oh. Another Vial. Well, crack the Catacombs. Get the Temple Garden. Tapped. Untap. More Wrens. Well, okay. Tick up. Tick down. Breeding Pool. Oh, I hope they don't have a counter. This would be sweet. Tap, untap. Oath of Teferi. Resolves. Blink. Ren. get back the land. Liliana, take up on Mausoleum Wanderer. Oh, what a turd! What a turd! What a turd! Okay, about it. Scoops it up! Hey, we won a game! We won a game with our 5-color Planeswalker file. That was a turd. That was an explosive turd. See, when we have a mixture of lands and spells, things seem to go better. Yeah, we could have grabbed the Triome. The cycling would have been nice. Yeah, Oath of Teferi just lets us double activate all of our Planeswalkers. Ooh, spicy. Oath of Nissa, Arbor Elf, Nicol Bolas, Dragon God. Okay. I like it. Opponent. With their spirits going to 6. Seacrobe Coast and Mausoleum Wanderer. Ooh, Carth 2. Well, land, crack it. Forest. Arbor Elf. Go. Gonna need that dam. This hand's great. This hand's way better than we've seen before. You want me to run back the other recipe? Oh, but did you have another one, Magic? Mega Carp? Yeah, sure. Let me see it. Opponent. So okay, off to the aggro start. Hits us. We draw. Nothing. Well, Oath of Nissa. Go digging. Get a... It's a fast clock. That's fast clock. Gonna need some removal. Well, I guess Teferi. Play the Triome. Little nervous about these aggressive flyers. We'll see. We do have Carth and some good removal Planeswalkers. 6 apples, 1 orange, 2 ginger, sugar, cinnamon sticks, water slow cooked on the stove for 2 hours, and mash slow cooked for 2 more hours, filtered through a sieve, and then homemade apple cider. Ooh, that does. I'm not a huge apple cider fan, but I don't think I've had homemade apple cider. Oh, there's the dream. There's the dream. Should we be able to execute it? I'll play the land. We're at 13. Well, Teferi gain a life. Hopefully. Opponent cracks. Come on, damn. Spell Queller. Yeah. All right. Not good. Spirits are pretty disruptive. Sure. Well, pass the turn, take our beats. Oh. Opponent untaps. Hits us for a bunch. Yep. Down to 8. Not a lot of life. And a double card. This hand is so sweet, too. Add some mana. Untap a land. Well, Nicol Bolas, Dragon God. This is our chance. Oh my goodness. Casting spells with Illuminous is kind of annoying. Okay, click. All right, we need this to resolve or we're dead. Nicol Bolas, Dragon God. Resolves. Blow up the Spell Queller. Oh! Wow. Oh. Hey, what's up, Gordius? How are you? Well, that's a really good spirit hand. Do you think there's someone streaming standard on Magic Online these days? Cemetery Illuminator. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, does this mean we're dead? Yeah. Okay. Oh, brutal. Brutal. Oh, that was a really good hand. I mean, our opponent 3 lands, all the perfect spirits. Yeah, I don't know if anyone actually streams standard on Magic Arena or on Magic Online. I'm sure it's happened before. I don't think there's a ton of standard played on Magic Online anymore, but I don't know. I know people who play on Magic Online just because it's so much cheaper. I know Richard plays on Magic Online because he doesn't want to buy a deck on Arena and have it be bad. So if he's gonna play try to get a deck on Arena, he's gonna build it on Moto first, where it's cheap and accessible, and then if he likes it, build it on Arena. So I'm sure that there's people that do that. I mean, financially speaking, from a content creator's perspective, I would if it wasn't for the fact that Arena just looks so good for content, I would probably play standard on Magic Online. But Arena's just, I mean, it's from a viewer's perspective, it's smoother, and it's got the animations, and it's faster, even if it's less precise with like auto tapping lands and stuff like that. But how much does a standard deck on Magic Online cost? So if you're just gonna buy a standard deck, 150, $200 in general, like somewhere in that range. It seems like Is It Dragons is the most expensive one at like $227. But the trick is you don't really get to pay that. So the card hoarder, there's multiple loan programs. The card hoarder one that I use, you pay, I believe it's 2.5% of your loan balance a week. So let's say, so for example, let's say you're like, okay, I want to play standard. You could get a $200 ticket, which I guess you'd be just short of like the most expensive standard decks. Like Is It Dragons is $227. But let's say you're like, okay, I'm gonna have a 200 ticket loan account balance. That would be $5 a week. You pay $5 a week, and you can have $200 worth of cards at any time. And what that means is you build mono green aggro, you play it, you're like, okay, I'm kind of sick of this, I want to do something else. You just return that deck, and then you buy Orzhov Control, assuming you got 8 extra ticks or whatever, up your balance a little bit. And then you're like, okay, I'm not really feeling Orzhov, the meta shifted, I feel like it's a good day for mono white because of what happened at this weekend's tournaments. And then you just return the cards and get mono white. So for that $5 a week, you're essentially able to play all of standard. Like a slight exaggeration again, because that would be for $200. You'd have to get $227 loan balance for Is It Dragons, but very close to $5 a week, and you could play all of standard. And you could do that forever. Like you pay the $5 a week, and you can do that again and again and again. So that's what I love the most about. That's what I love the most about Magic Online. Well, the upside, Hoopy Freud, is ability to change decks. Like that's what you're paying for. If I always tell people, like, if you know you're I don't know, choose a deck you really like. But if you're like, okay, I know I'm a whatever player. I'm a Grixis Death Shadow player. You're better off getting the money to buy the deck for $753 than you are using a loan program. On the other hand, if you're someone like me who plays 10 different decks a week, more than that on some occasions, the loan programs are a lifesaver, because if you go, okay, $200 for mono white aggro, and then $200 for mono green aggro, and then $200 for Izzet Dragons, and then $200 for Orzhov control, and then $200 for Golgari control, like that adds up really fast. Suddenly, then you're in arena mode where you just have to spend, tons and tons of money if you want all the decks. So that's a big upside of the loan programs is just the ability to switch decks at any time without paying any more money. Like for that same price, you can play all of standard essentially. So yeah, that's the upside. But you're definitely correct. If you're just gonna buy a single deck and play that single deck over and over again, you are better off not using a loan program and just buying the deck. But if you're gonna play all the decks or play a bunch of decks or switch decks every day, every week, then the loan programs become pretty appealing. Wow, is this just us dying? I'm doing it. Passes. Well. How do we do this? So we need to kill this. Kill this, and I guess just Valky? Well, so I guess we can just Sacred Foundry untapped. Prismatic Ending, Sigarda's Aid. Get that out of the way. Opponent. Okay, and we scoop it up. Well, so much for the idea of winning. Oh, this deck was super fun to build, but I don't know about its ability to actually win. To win many games. I think this concept has potential, but I think we probably would need to do some tuning along the lines to actually make it competitive. I actually honestly am not sure. Like, I like the potential of Oath of Teferi and Carth for being able to one-turn ultimate a lot of stuff. I'm not convinced actually that Yarion's worth it. I feel like people lean on Yarion. People lean on Yarion way too much. Why scoop? Because we can't beat a Yarion there, or can't beat a Hammer Time creature there. Opponent. Triumph, go. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a very much a pile of a deck. I mean, we built it live on stream, and it was kind of essentially just everyone throwing in their favorite Planeswalkers. And I think it was definitely a very fun deck building exercise. Opponent. Creature. The other reason for scooping is I got to go upload the podcast in the very near future. So, I would really like to see the deck go off if possible. So if we're in a like 0.001 outer, I'm probably just gonna scoop so we can, because I'd like to see the deck go off, but I gotta go upload the podcast in like, oh boy, 10 minutes probably. So we're at the point where I'm gonna have to go soon to do the podcast. So if we are very unlikely to win, we're probably just gonna go to the next game where we actually have a chance of maybe doing our thing. Opponent. Yeah, so theoretically I guess theoretically there would be outs there. We weren't drawing dead, but we are very heavily unfavored, I would say. Well, Play the Triome. Utopia Sprawl. On blue. I mean, we got some good Planeswalkers, and maybe this dam can get us out. Captain Norvgood, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. No, the podcast goes up on the YouTube and Spotify and all those places, but it is not live streamed. Occasionally we live stream a special episode, but not on a weekly basis. I think the A is for, yeah, the digitally rebalanced alchemy cards. All right, opponent gets to free equip a cranial plating better than a hammer. Esper Sentinel. So that's gonna let our opponent draw a card. Most likely. Well, we'll see. So we can dam away our opponent's board. We're taking a decent chunk here. Don't like that our opponent gets to draw a card, but do like that we get to blow everything up. Opponent hits us to 10. So I probably should just move the plating to the Esper Sentinel for more card draw potential. Yup. Opponent. Yeah, Doran against plating is kind of hilarious. All right, well, we will overload the dam. Opponent gets to draw a card. We sweep the board. And now we see opponent's got a card in hand and a cranial plating. We got a handful of Planeswalkers. We don't have a Carth for the fast ultimate, but maybe we got a shot. Opponent untaps. Come on, let this be the one. 2 cards in hand. Oh god, there's a Saga. Okay, well that's worth several cards. All by itself. Yeah, we do viewer battle streams on occasion. On the day-to-day basis of streams, we usually do leagues and ladder stuff. But yeah, when we do the viewer battle streams, that's the time we play against viewers. Huh. Well. Well, I guess we gotta play Grist. Actually, maybe just a fairy? Maybe that's better. Play it to fairy. Take it up to loot. Discard the... Liliana, play the land, pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Yeah, we'll have to do another viewer battle stream at some point. Opponent. Urza Saga. Yeah, this is definitely... I think I would consider this definitely an against odds deck. For sure. So opponent, Pure Steel Paladin, gonna make Urza Saga Dork. Yeah, Urza Saga is such an insane card. Like, this is a land that's gonna make 2 5/5s or something, and then tutor up the most important card in our opponent's deck. Kind of insane. Well, phase out the Pure Steel for the moment. Opponent out of cards. Might as well pass. Junkyo Ballad. Super janky. Yeah, so Junkyo Ballad is like a... Oh... Well, loot with Teferi. Discard Arbor Elf. Play Oath of Teferi. Target Teferi. Trigger out the stack loot with Teferi. Oh, we're so close to doing cool things. We're also so close to dying to Urza Saga tokens. Discard a red. Teferi gets exiled. Well, pass the turn. Opponent. Yeah, I mean, Teferi with Teferi's, Oath of Teferi is actually kind of insane. Well, loot with Teferi. Discard Arbor Elf. Loot with Teferi. Discard. Oh. Liliana. Pass the turn. So we can phase something out, but Urza's Saga's about to go off. Yeah, if we had Carth out, I think we'd be pretty close to just going into infinite. That is a combo. That is kind of a combo. Opponent. Yeah, I'm gonna. This card blows my mind. It's really insane. Just like the power level is, wow. Like both of these are from that. So it's two 5/5s and a Colossus Hammer or something. Like that is just absurd value. We should probably be playing Urza Saga in this deck. We need a Liliana doesn't help very much, I don't think. Not a it's very weak against all the Ornithopters and Mebknights. And all right, so opponent gets a Colossus Hammer, which they can equip for free. So I think we're just dead. Well, it looks like the dream of a match win with our Wild Brew is not going to come through. Opponent. Do I like Steely Dan? I could actually not even tell you a Steely Dan song. I've heard I know the name, and I know they're a pretty famous band from the 70s, I think, but what is the most famous Steely Dan song? Oh, okay. Sure, where that happens. Oh. Well, maybe we'll have to try this archetype for an Against the Odds episode. I feel like the idea of 5-color Carth is really sweet. I think we definitely need some tuning. The deck definitely functioned better with less lands. So I think they were a little bit heavy. We were a little bit heavy with the lands to begin with. But I definitely think that there's potential for it to be fun. I don't think it'll ever be super competitive. I mean, there's not really super competitive Super Friends decks for the most part in Modern. And I'm not sure we make the deck better by going 5 colors, but the potential of just like Oath of Teferi with Carth and going infinite and going crazy, like the good games will be really, really good with the deck. So even though we didn't end up winning with the brew, it was fun to build, and I think there's enough potential that we could revisit it at some point in the future. But should it phase out Paladin on upkeep? Yeah. I guess that would have. Would that have been helpful? I mean, I guess it would have kept the hammer from hitting us. But really, like, it's hard to predict that. It's hard to predict that they had double hammer. Like, they didn't play a hammer all game. So our opponent, we knew one was coming. So the plan was just to phase out the hammer creature. And that would hopefully maybe keep Teferi's loyalty the highest. But our opponent getting the second hammer was pretty brutal. But on that note, everyone, I gotta run off and upload the podcast. Good news is we're back for more streaming. 21 hours from now or something. 2 o'clock tomorrow to have some more fun. Also Thursday stream this week, our holiday special. So reminders, everyone. Oh, I'm sorry, Rex. Come back tomorrow. I promise. We're gonna have fun. And maybe tomorrow we actually win a little bit. We'll see. Not that winning's that important, but it's nice to win once in a while. But replay YouTube, if you missed anything, check it out there. Normal YouTube, check out the Budget Magic. It's a sweet one. And one more reminder that our sponsor is Card Kingdom. And if you need some magical cards, you can get them from cardkingdom.com/MTG Goldfish, even get a free sticker. Most importantly, thank you to all of you, each and every one of you. Y'all are amazing and awesome. Thanks for helping build the deck. Thanks for hanging out this afternoon. See you all tomorrow. So until then, have a great night, everyone. Y'all are awesome. I love y'all, and yeah, see y'all tomorrow.